It looks really good in the cafeteria too. I think we should be good. Thank you for coming on. Throw a minor heart attack. He will. He's coaching the 7th and 8th graders now. Then he'll come. So I don't know when that will be, but he'll be fine. All right. Thank you. See ya. Mic check 1 2. Why is okay? Mic check 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. Welcome.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal.
And welcome everyone to Sioux Falls O'Gorman High School in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a AA girls and boys basketball doubleheader as the O'Gorman Knights host the Harrisburg Tigers. Hi, I'm Brett Byler with Real Presence Radio. I'll be joined a little bit later today by Isaac Struck. Dan Johnson has a night off. So tonight's doubleheader starts out with the girls matchup, which is the number 2 O'Gorman Lady Knights at 15-2 on the season. Host the Harrisburg Tigers at 6-10. That'll tip off around 6 o'clock, so in about 20 minutes or so here from O'Gorman High School. And then the boys game will follow that out at 7:30 p.m. as the number 2 Knights boys at 15-2 take on the Harrisburg Tigers boys at 9-6. Tonight's game will be the first of 3 doubleheaders for the O'Gorman girls and boys basketball teams to close out their regular season. They also play at Huron next Tuesday night, February 22nd at the Huron Arena, and they host Mitchell next Friday, February 25th, right here at Sioux Falls O'Gorman High School. The O'Gorman girls are currently number 2 in C points right now, and that's what matters for the SODAC 16 matchups, while the Harrisburg Tigers are number 11. So the Tigers would start out on the road if the SODAC 16 started today. So, O'Gorman's 15-game win streak that was snapped last Friday in their last game to number 2 Sioux Falls, Washington, 60-46 right here at O'Gorman High School. It was the Knights' 3rd game in 4 days last week. They had beat Lincoln on last Tuesday night in Lincoln, then they won at Sioux City East last Thursday, and then they had a turnaround the next night to take on Washington. One thing I noticed right away, folks, was O'Gorman lacked energy coming out of the gates and aggressiveness. Washington were getting all the loose balls in the first half, lots of offensive rebounds. Their little point guard, Alexis Motley, got 2 offensive rebound putbacks just right in the middle of the zone, which normally, in the land of the Kira Metleys, Bergen Rileys, and Hannah Friedmans doesn't happen. We trailed 31-13 at halftime, had too many turnovers offensively, too many quick shots. I didn't think we got the ball in the paint enough. It felt like kind of we got down, and instead of kind of working the ball around, we started jacking up a lot of three-pointers. We were 4 for 22 in the game on threes. So I think the tired legs could have had a factor. We saw a lot of Hannah Ronsick's shots from deep all end up short. 46 points is actually the lowest point total of the season for the Lady Knights. Washington, I think another key factor, they're also way more motivated. They had lost the first matchup to O'Gorman, their only loss of the season. That ended their 22-game win streak. So what can we learn from this 60-46 loss? I think that's a good question. I wish Mr. Struck was here being a coach to kind of answer that, because you can always win from wins and losses, and sometimes losses can also be more valuable, in my opinion, on a learning experience than wins. So I think we have to learn, one of the first things is you have to come ready to play every game. O'Gorman wasn't ready to play against Washington, in my opinion, compared to other games, whether it's just fatigue or what the case may be. So being a top-ranked team like we are, we're going to take every team's best shots the rest of the way out. So got to be ready to play. Can't let bad shooting affect other aspects of the game, like defense and rebounding. I felt our poor shooting the first half affected other girls for us parts of the game, whether it was not having the right rotation defensively, not communicating, not rebounding like normal either. I felt like it got in our heads a little bit when we got down, especially double figures early. And we got to be patient. That's another thing. You might be down by 11, but you're not going to get it all back on one shot, especially early in the game. So, guys, still run your offense. Get the ball inside, work the ball around, and try to attack the paint as well. So what I would like to see tonight against Harrisburg, some interior defensive improvement. Taylor Thompson was a 6-foot post player for Washington, had 10 points. She really controlled the paint of that game. Harrisburg, they bring back 6'1" senior Emily Boyer, who is actually about 13 points and 9 rebounds. She's built a lot like Thompson. I feel like Boyer's also the better player. She can also go outside and shoot the ball this year. She's added that to her game. She's a 3-year starter. So you got to find her in that zone. You got to deny the catch, push her out a little bit.
So I think that's a big thing, is I thought Thompson has got too good a position on that. Is able to kind of barrel her way down and get any shot she wanted. So got to be alert, especially the back end of the zone, especially when it swings and you got to talk. So the back girls, Mentley, Riley, and Freeman, are important tonight in that aspect, and they need to stay out of foul trouble. With a 6-girl rotation for O'Gorman, that's going to be very important as well. So if you're watching the video stream, the O'Gorman sophomore girls just have a 1-point lead with 4.1 seconds left over Harrisburg, 44-43. The Bet girl just banked a free throw in to give O'Gorman the 1-point lead. So one other thing you'd be looking for an O'Gorman standpoint is how is Hannah Ronson going to bounce back? Our leading scorer, Hannah, averaging about 17 points a ball game, had a season low 8 points against Washington. This is her first game of the season, held below 10 points. She was 2 for 15 shooting, 0 for 9 on threes. I expect to see her play a lot better tonight. I think she also, a factor is, I don't know how healthy she would have been in Washington. She was out with an illness in the Lincoln game Tuesday night. She came back 2 nights later, played against East. I thought she played pretty well in that one, but then basically no rest, had to come back against Washington. So I think Hannah Ronsick, look for her to try to get on track early for O'Gorman and attack the basket. That's the one thing, if you're 0 for 9 on threes, get to the basket a little more, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole. Once you do that as a shooter, that helps open things up for you as well. I think Harrisburg, you're going to see a lot more man-to-man defense tonight from them than obviously Washington play predominantly zone, which allows you to shoot more threes. So another thing to look at, how do we start this ball game? Coming off a loss and, your confidence could have been shaken a little bit. Let's see if we can get out to a quick start. I think that'll be very important for O'Gorman. We watch Harrisburg get a shot up at the buzzer, but it's short. Good attempt. And the O'Gorman sophomore girls win 44-43 over Harrisburg. So, getting easy baskets early, whether that's turnovers on steals on the press or it's just in the half court, offensive rebounds, I think that's important as well, as the band is playing right to my left. So I might talk a little louder so I can hear. So Harrisburg is a good defensive team. As Coach Mayer said, that has not been the issue with them this year, holding opponents only 48% shooting. So it'll be interesting to see how O'Gorman comes out tonight. Last meet, O'Gorman won 48-44 at O'Gorman High School. February 9, 2021. Both teams struggled shooting. Harrisburg shot 34% in that game. O'Gorman shot 33%. We rebounded Harrisburg 40-21, so that's plus 19. Both teams did not shoot free throws well. O'Gorman was 12 for 21. Harrisburg was only 4 for 11 in that ball game. Izzy Moore had 14 points and 10 rebounds. Molly Abdush had 12 points, 5 rebounds for O'Gorman. This is the 13th meeting. The Knights lead the series 10-2. O'Gorman has won the last 5 games. Harrisburg's last win against O'Gorman was January 2nd of 2017 at O'Gorman, 48-39. OG actually beat Harrisburg for the state title that same year, 53-48. Other games going on, we just saw the O'Gorman girls sophomore team won, 44-43. The sub-varsity JV girls for O'Gorman won 43-37. Girls action tonight in AA at 7, Watertown at Aberdeen Central. Number 1, Sioux Falls, Washington at Mitchell. Yankton is at Sioux Falls Christian, and Brookings is at Pierre. Those are all 7 o'clock starts. AA boys tonight at 7. Roosevelt boys are at Lincoln. Brandon Valley is at T-Area. Mitchell is at Sioux Falls, Washington. And Aberdeen Central is at Watertown. Again, all 7 o'clock starts. We will keep you updated throughout the broadcast on those ball games. The JV boys for Harrisburg beat O'Gorman 56-46. So coming up after the break, I got a chance to talk to Harrisburg girls coach Nick Meyer, get his thoughts on tonight's matchup, and that interview is coming up after the break. This is O'Gorman girls basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Is there an event that you would like announced right here on the RPR Network? Please email the details at least 2 weeks in advance to heather@realpresenceradio.com. That's HEATHER@realpresenceradio.com. We can help spread the word about what's happening at your parish and in your diocese. Again, that email address is heather@realpresenceradio.com.
Here at Catholic Family Services, we believe counseling is for everyone. Catholic Family Services is here to help whether you are navigating a life transition, such as going to college or changing career paths, wanting to improve your communication skills, making plans for your future family, or wanting to understand mental health. If you would like more information or to set up an appointment with one of our trained professionals, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775.
Welcome back to the Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal Nights Game Day show. I'm now joined by Harrisburg girls coach Nick Meyer. Coach, your girls lost at home to Rapid City Stevens 48-38 on Saturday afternoon. Stevens was ranked number 3rd in state. Overall, coaches, what was your assessment of how your girls played in that ball game?
I thought we came out and we did a really nice job taking care of the basketball. They pressed us all game, and we had a tough one the night before against Central. And so to kind of see how our kids would respond, I thought they did a really good job of being ready to go and locked in, and I thought our intensity was good. We got to the free throw line and converted 15 to 19 free throws, and that's something we talked about the night before when we were about 7 for 16. And so it's just something where we talked about the stuff and the kids bought into it. Unfortunately, sometimes that just doesn't turn into wins. It's not automatically just going to do that, but I thought we took steps forward in that game as a result of how we played. And so instead of taking steps backward, taking steps forward in February, and that's really important.
What would you like to see as the biggest overall improvement for your team coach in the final 2 weeks of the regular season?
I think like any team, we'd like to shoot the ball better, and that's kind of been an Achilles heel for us a little bit this year. We're seeing a lot of zone, and we're getting some pretty good shots with the zones. We're seeing are pretty athletic too. It's just if we can start shooting the ball, I think the way that we're capable of doing, that would be huge for us. Because defensively, we're doing a really nice job on teams, and we're in games. We're not. Knock on wood, of course, but we're not really getting handled, and we're doing a pretty good job of staying in games. It's just a matter of if we get down, being able to claw our way back to getting a lead and kind of maintaining that. Because once we've done that this season, we've been able to grind out wins and some big ones too on the road at West Lyon and Bishop Heelan, and that's been fun to watch our kids do that. And that's kind of how we're going to have to go going forward here.
Coach, you mentioned Stevens pressed you guys tonight. You probably will see some similar press from O'Gorman. How important will it be for your team to handle that pressure and not have turnovers that create easy fast break opportunities for O'Gorman?
Well, yeah, that's just it. We're going to have to take care of the ball, and there'll be times where we do turn it over, and we're just going to have to be able to manage that and kind of play through that. We talk about playing through quicksand, and not letting one thing affect another, and then we try to get out of it, and we just dig ourselves deeper. And I think our kids have done a really good job of that. If we turn it over, we regroup and we take care of it. So yeah, we're going to see it. We're just going to have to make sure that we're meeting every pass and taking care of it so we get the ball in the offensive span.
What will be the biggest challenge of trying to guard O'Gorman's offense tonight?
We're going to have to find their shooters. They got a lot of kids that can score, not just Rounds and Knappers, but they've got other kids that do a nice job for them as well. So we're going to have to try to limit open looks and contest every shot and make sure that we're keeping them off the offensive glass so they don't get second, third chance opportunities.
Coach, in your half-court offense, what will be some keys for your girls to be efficient tonight?
We're going to have to value every possession and really get the great shot. We do a lot of, we'll grind it out to about 10 seconds left in the shot clock and really kind of go from there. And I think we get some of our best shots when we do so. And that's kind of what we're going to have to do again is make teams, make OG guard us, not quick shot and then they're going the other way. We're going to try to make them guard and see how that goes.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
And that was Harrisburg girls coach Nick Meyer. Always fun to talk to Nick. Wish him and his Lady Tigers best of luck the rest of the way. Coming up after the break, I got a chance to talk to O'Gorman girls coach Kent Colsrud, and that interview is coming up next on the Knights Game Day Show.
Hello, this is Mark Konzemius, president of the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota. Preparing for the end of life can be overwhelming, even scary. Yet as disciples of Christ, we live in great hope and the reality of God's promise that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The end-of-life planning workbook for Catholics is now available. I encourage you to reach out to one of our Catholic Community Foundation offices or ccfesd.org. May God bless each of us on our journey to heaven.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Welcome back to the Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal Nights Game Day Show. I'm now joined by O'Gorman coach Kent Colesrud. Coach, your girls lost to number 2 Sioux Falls, Washington on Friday night, 60-46. This was a game, Coach, where we kind of got out to a slow start, especially in the first half. We trailed 31-13 at half. Just kind of talk about a little bit about that first half and what are some things that your girls kind of struggled with, I guess, against Washington.
Yeah, Brett, first of all, we got to give credit to Sioux Falls, Washington. They're a really, really good basketball team, and they execute really well on both ends. And we knew it was going to be a battle, and, we flat out just didn't play as well as we'd like to in the first half. One, we just didn't finish shots, in the paint and from the perimeter that we typically make. Our offensive execution at times wasn't real great. It wasn't as smooth as it has been, or we had to have a breakdown. Same thing defensively. We just weren't moving quite as well as we normally do. Had some breakdowns down there as well. Just weren't able to find any easy points. We couldn't get any transition baskets on them. We struggled getting to the free throw line. We didn't offensive rebound very well. We needed to find a way to get ourselves kind of going there, and it was just a battle, and our kids were fighting hard. We just weren't getting much productivity on either end, and to our kids' credit, we regrouped at halftime. I thought we made a really nice run at them in the third quarter there, cut the thing down to 8, and to Washington's credit, they answered back a couple different times. We got it to 8, they hit a 3, we answered back with a 3, and then they answered back with another 3, and we just weren't able to get over the hump, so we just dug ourselves too big a hole in that first half, and just couldn't overcome it, but I was proud of our effort and our fight to try to get back in the game.
Did you like the shots for the most part, Coach, you were getting? Because I felt like you had a lot of shots that you would normally see you make, you just kind of missed out there Friday night.
We did, Brett. Hannah Ronsig was taking good three-point shots, and they were chasing her hard and trying to find her. They weren't easy shots, but a great shooter taking good shots, so we were very comfortable with those. Just thought we needed to get the ball in the paint a little bit more, and I don't care how we did that, either on, post touch or dribble penetration or cutters or that type of thing. And when we did get it in the paint, we just didn't finish in there like I think we're capable of as well. So, you live and learn. I think we can grow a lot from that game. I think it gives us an edge back to, competing hard, and if we can take something away from it, then it's, a loss you can deal with. If you don't learn from a loss, then it's not a very good loss at all.
Coach, now we have 3 regular season games left. Starts out tonight against Harrisburg. They're 6-10 in the season. We had them right here at O'Gorman. They played 2 close games this past weekend. Both losses to the 2 Rapid City teams. Coach, what stands out to you about your opponent tonight, the Harrisburg Tigers?
They're a very solid basketball team, very well coached. Coach Mayer does a nice job with those kids. If you look at their scores, they're better than the record indicates. They've played some really good teams tough. Just haven't been able to get over the hump a little bit. Emily Boyer inside, kid that's been around forever. Strong inside, great rebounder, but it's really stretched her game to be able to shoot the 3-point shot. Just a very versatile player. Has just been a great player for their program for a number of years now. Sydney Hybertson can shoot the 3-point shot, and some other kids I think that have developed through the course of the year. They lost some pretty good seniors from last year, so some kids that needed to adjust to different roles. You get to this point in the season, they're pretty game experienced, and we'll know they'll come over here and they'll give us a good battle, and we'll talk about Harrisburg and some things we need to do, but ultimately this game comes down to us and how we bounce back, how we clean things up on the offense and defensive end. Hopefully we shoot it a little bit better, and another key to our success is rebounding. We rebounded moderately well against Sioux Falls, Washington, not well enough to beat a good team, so we need to be really good on the offensive boards, and we can't allow them second opportunities.
Would you like to see less turnovers tonight against Harrisburg than you did against Washington?
We did. We had 13. Washington had a couple more than us, but when you're playing good teams like that, and especially trying to dig out of a hole, you just can't have those kind of turnovers. You get to the end of the season working in a tournament, you want to be down in that single digits. So that's something we've talked about with the kids as well, challenging them on, and I hope we can play a little bit cleaner game tonight.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Brett.
And that was O'Gorman girls coach Kent Colesrud. We want to thank him for his time. As always, keys to victory now for Sioux Falls O'Gorman tonight. Got to get to a good start. Get some easy baskets to fall early. O'Gorman trailed Washington 31-13 at halftime Friday night. Win the rebounding battle. O'Gorman got out-rebounded 33-27 to Washington. Last year we out-rebounded Harrisburg 40-21. Limited our turnovers. We had 13 turnovers versus Washington. Get to the free throw line. We were only shooting 11 free throws per game in the last 3 contests. Create turnovers. We forced 16 Washington turnovers Friday night. We got to do that tonight. and more energy and aggression for the opening tip. Win those 50-50 balls. So the keys to victory for the O'Gorman Knights has been brought to you by Closets and More, a locally owned company providing custom designed closets and storage solutions. Closets and More can be reached at 605-334-5135 or online at closetsandmoresd.com. Player to click for O'Gorman tonight, I'm going to go with Hannah Ronsick with a bounce-back game. Our leading scorer in the year at 17 points is only 2 for 15 against Washington Friday night. I expect Hannah to have a bounce-back game, score about 15, 20 points tonight. Girl to watch for Harrisburg is Emily Boyer at number 5, a 6'1 senior forward. 3-year starter, good post player, good size, has extended her range to outside the paint this year. Tonight's O'Gorman Knights Game Day shows are brought to you by Garrity Roofing and Sheet Metal. Garrity Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981, has been involved in installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. For more information, they can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com. Okay, up next is the Knights Tip-Off Show with the pre-sprayer starting lineups for both teams and final thoughts. That's all still to come after the break.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family-owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
On the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Barnett Vision Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Sioux Equipment Company, Closets and More and JMJ Caseworks, the BB Agency, Knights of Columbus Insurance, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, and Barnett Lewis Funeral Home.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, let's go to the gym.
And now it's time for the priest prayer.
Hello, this is Father Chuck Simple of Holy Spirit Parish here in Sioux Falls. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Father in heaven, we ask your blessings upon the athletes participating in this upcoming sporting event. Give each one of them the courage to play this game in a manner by which their words and actions are pleasing to you. Let them enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for each athlete that is participating in this event. Bless, O Lord, the athletes, the coaches, officials, and parents. Keep all under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help all to be aware of his presence with us in this game. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
All right, what a job by Ben Koch and the O'Gorman Pet Band playing the national anthem. You just heard the prayer by Father Chuck Simple from Holy Spirit Parish in Sioux Falls right before that, so I want to thank Father Chuck for his prayer. Now it's time for the starting lineups. First, for our number 2 ranked Sioux Falls O'Gorman Lady Knights, at 15-2 on the season, recorded by the girls themselves. Enjoy.
Molly Abdush, number 15, 5'7", sophomore guard.
Kira Mentley, number 24, 6'1", junior, forward.
Hannah Friedman, number 33, 5'11", senior, forward.
Bergen Riley, number 25, 6'1", junior, forward.
Hannah Ronsick, number 30, 5'11", senior guard.
All right, and the Lady Knights are coached by Kent Colzard in his 24th year at the Knights. Now let's look at the Knights' opponent tonight, the Harrisburg Tigers, at 6-10 on the season. They'll start number 1 guard Jaylee Hofer, 5'5" sophomore. Number 5 forward Emily Boyer, a 6'1" senior, 3-year starter. Number 10 guard Hannah Eide, a 5'10" junior. Number 11 guard Abigail Flanagan, a 5'11" sophomore. And number 20, Sydney Hyberson, a 5'8" senior guard, and she started last year as well. The Tigers are coached by Nick Meyer in his 9th season as head coach. 8 state tourney appearances, got second in 2017 and 2018. Previously coached for Vermilion Girls for 4 years. So we're going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we'll have opening tip here at O'Gorman High School.
Real Presence Radio is available on Alexa-enabled devices, including Amazon Echo, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To enable the skill, just say, Alexa, enable Real Presence Radio. To listen, say something like, Alexa, open Real Presence Radio. It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, play Sioux Falls, or play AM 970, or play WWEN. From there, you can use commands like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Alexa-enabled devices.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brett Byler, producer of O'Gorman Sports at the Real Presence Radio. We'll be joined by Isaac Struck shortly. Dan Johnson has a night off. If you're watching the stream, it can be found on Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls YouTube page. The Knights girls will be wearing their home white tops, white shorts. Harrisburg in the road maroon tops, maroon shorts with yellow trim. This is the third to last regular season game for the Lady Knights. They only play tonight here, and then they play at Huron next Tuesday, and then Mitchell at home next Friday to close out their regular season before the Sodak 16 on Friday, March 4th, where the the Harrisburg Tiger girls, this will be one of their final 4 games for them as they're trying to fight up into the top 8 to be able to host the Sodak 16. Girls on the floor. We're about ready to go. Bergen Riley and Emily Boyer. It's tipped over to Jaylee Hofer and the Tigers with the first possession. Knights in that 2-3 zone, so Hyberson and Hofer up top. Flanagan in the corner. Harrisburg, if you listen to Coach Meyer's interview, they're not afraid to hold the ball to about 10 seconds in the shot clock before they're really looking for something offensively. Hofer thought about it. Flanagan in the corner for 3 is good. Abigail Flanagan drills the 3. Good start for the visitors. Knights push it up with Abdush and Bergen Riley. Harrisburg, as suspected, starts out in man-to-man. Good back screen for Kira Medley. Good job by Hyberson cutting that off. Abdush down low to Medley. 14 in the shot clock. Down low to Ronsick. Turnaround shot is off the mark. Here comes Hofer. Good look for Hannah Ronsick. Just cannot hit the bank shot. Flanagan down low to Boyer. Trying to get to Eide, but good hands by Bergen Riley and Hannah Ronsick with the steal. That's going to be the matchup. O'Gorman needs a watch. Down low is Boyer. 13 points, 9 rebounds. Ronsick for 3, short. Bergen offensive rebound is good. And that's one thing that has to be a concern for Coach Meyer is the Knights offensive rebounding. Because besides Boyer, there's not a ton of size for Harrisburg. Boyer gets it across to Idy. Corner is Flanagan, baseline. She throws it right to Ronsick. Here comes Hannah. Harrisburg is back. She'll hand off to Abdush. Knights leading 3-2. 6:04 left in the first quarter. Early stages here at O'Gorman High School. Move it around the perimeter. Bergen's been in the lane a while. We'll get out of there now. Abdush for a long three-pointer is good. That's almost one of those no yes shots. He was pretty far out there to hit the three. Ooh, almost a steal by Molly. Harrisburg has to hurry. Just gets it over. Flanagan over to Hybertson. To Boyer, high post. Swings it to the opposite three-point line as Hofer, who will reset the offense. Hybertson over to Hofer. And Boyer wasn't looking that time. Here comes the Knights off the turnover. Abdush cuts off. Freeman running the court. Makes the basket. And Coach Nick Meyer will call a timeout after a couple turnovers for Harrisburg, and that one led directly to the layup by Freeman. That's one of the things when you're playing O'Gorman is you cannot turn the ball over like that, let the Knights leak out and get those easy baskets. Because those are just killer. O'Gorman's good enough offensively in the half court. It's just those 15 to 20 points a game you want to try to avoid on those turnovers. These are so quick. A turnover can lead in about 2 seconds to a layup. So Coach Meyer's team got a three-pointer to start the game, and then they've got 2 or 3 turnovers to follow. O'Gorman has a three-pointer from Molly Abdush, and they also got a Bergen Riley 2 and that Hannah Freeman 2. In the game right now is Lucy Moore, number 11, a sophomore. For Harrisburg, Adeline Wagner is in the ball game, number 2. And Hyberson dribbles it off her foot, so O'Gorman will get it. Wagner is a 5'7" sophomore guard. Or she brings a little bit more ball handling to the table here. Here's the Knights. Good cross by Molly. Out to Bergen. Back to Lucy. Hannah and Molly both were about in the same spot that time as Molly caught the ball. Down low to Kira Metley. Gets a post touch. Almost traveled. Throws it away. Here comes Sydney Hybertson. Wagner over to Hofer. Boyer trying to post up Kira Metley. They do get the ball to her down low. Good drop step move and a basket by Emily Boyer. No help for Metley that time. That's one thing I talked about too in the pregame show. You can't let her get that deep a position. Ronsick spins around and shoots to the free throw line and drills it. So Hannah Ronsick on the board, 9-5 O'Gorman. Boyer over to Flanagan. Knights in that 2-3 zone. ID corner is Hybertson. Over to Idy, and she's rejected by Kira. Loose ball, Wagner has it. Blocked again by Kira. Boyer is blocked, and Kira got another block, but they're going to say, I believe, a body foul. That would have been the trifecta possession as Kira Metley had 2 blocks, but the third one is called for a foul. So Boyer to the free throw line. Her first free throw is up and good. On the year, Boyer is a 56% free throw shooter. So in the game for Harrisburg is number 22, Kennedy Healy, 5'8" senior guard. Bergen Riley in for O'Gorman. Kira Metley is out. Here is Abdush, guarded by Flanagan to Ronsick. Looking down low to Bergen Riley. That ball hit the bottom of the net. So it'll be a turnover for O'Gorman. That's their second turnover. Boyer going to throw it over to Hofer. Got to get there. Got one. Ooh, they just get it with 1 second to spare. Knights dropping in a 2-3 zone. Boyer down low again. Abdush digging in. Three-pointer is short by Wagner. So you saw Abdush dig in on that. Left her girl wide open for three, but Wagner airballed it. So that's one of the things to do in a zone too is, you know, are you comfortable with Boyer if she does get up there to go single coverage at the bottom of that? Or are you going to let them try to shoot a three-pointer like that? So Lucy Moore over to Hannah Freeman. Bergen Riley trying to post it as Healy kind of shoves her out of there a little bit. Going backside to Freeman, out to Lucy Moore. Baseline to Ronsick with 9 seconds. Down low to Bergen Riley. Bergen get position but misses the layup, and Boyer with the rebound. Great look for Bergen Riley, just missed the layup. Boyer from 18 feet, and she gets the roll. So Emily Boyer ties it up. She has 6. Here is Friedman from outside, drills it. So Hannah Friedman now with 4. Knights up by 2, 11-9, minute 51 in the first quarter. Your coach, Nick Meyer, you're pretty happy so far, I think, with the start of this ball game. Here is Flanagan over to Hofer, back to Flanagan. Now 9. Boyer corner. Wagner drives, rejected by Freeman. Ronsick lost it as a steal by Hofer. She's going to fire it up, no good. Ronsick with the rebound. She's going to push ahead to Molly. To Bergen, back to Hannah. Here's Abdush. 13 on the shot clock, Ronsick. Hesitation, dribble all the way, and is hammered as she goes to the basket and fouled. So Ronsick to the free throw line. And that's Boyer's first foul. First one is up and good for Ronsick. So 3 points for Hannah. One more for the senior Colorado State commit, Hannah Ronsick. And that one is up and good. Here is Hyberson. Molly tips that away, so a steal for Abdush on the press. So O'Gorman is about a 7-second different shot. Game clock. Kira Metley wide open down low is good. So again, turnovers leading to points as Metley gets the layup. Wagner to Hybertson. Healy is trapped. Lucy Moore with the steal. Lucy all the way for the layup. So O'Gorman's on a little 6-0 run here. 8 seconds left, 17-9. Harrisburg having all kinds of issues getting up the front court. Another steal. Ronsick trying to get to Molly, and that's out of bounds with .5. So Harrisburg, when they've got it past half court, has been pretty good, but they've had some turnovers that led directly to easy baskets, and that is why O'Gorman, after one, leads the Tigers 17-9. At O'Gorman High School. We'll take a break, come back for the start of the second quarter. This is O'Gorman girls basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Jardine Construction is a general contractor of custom homes, remodeling, and commercial construction. Jardine Construction works in close cooperation with project owners and customers when developing a plan for a building or home. Jardine Construction has lots available in Sioux Falls, Hartford, and Humboldt. Mark can be reached at 605-951-1803 and Tom at 605-261-6174.
Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls offers comprehensive eye exams to assess their patients' eye health, including students and young athletes. At Barnett Vision Clinic, we offer a variety of glasses, contacts, and sunglasses to fit our patients' needs, including brands such as Oakley, Ray-Ban, Nike, Kate Spade, and Nano Vista glasses for kids. Dr. James Barnett is a proud O'Gorman alumni in St. Michael's Kirchner. To schedule an appointment, we can be reached at 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
All right, welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Brett Byler with Real Presence Radio. The Lady Knights leading 17-9 at the end of the first quarter against the Harrisburg Tigers. As the first possession of the second quarter will go to the Knights. If you want to listen on YouTube, go to Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls YouTube page. Here is the Knights with the possession. They ended the first quarter on a 6-0 run due to forcing some turnovers with that press. Metley down low was hammered by Boyer, no call. Sure looked like if it wasn't a foul, usually they don't like the swinging motion, referees, and that was a swing and a non-call. So here is Harrisburg. The windup is what I was trying to say. Here is Ronsick with the steal, so Harrisburg getting really sloppy with the ball. Douche, nice stop. Oh, misses it, but Bergen's there for the basket. That's why they tell you never stop on a play. And Bergen Riley, the beneficiary, she has 4. Here is Flanagan. Trapped. Out to ID, blocked by Bergen. Knights defense has really taken over here in the last 2 minutes of this game action here. Corner is Flanagan, is good. So Abigail Flanagan has now hit 5 points and 2 jumpers basically in the same spot. Here is Abdouche for 3. Lines it up, and Molly Abdouche has hit 2 3-pointers tonight. She was only 5 for 13 shooting against Washington, so she started off well tonight. 22-11, O'Gorman, 6:20 in the second quarter. Hofer gets it across to Boyer. She double dribbled. Yep, there you go. She had Flanagan open here over on the wing, and she didn't throw it to her, and then she kind of stopped mid-dribble and then double dribbled it. And being a forward center, you're probably not as used to handling the ball that high up in those situations. So Abdouche over to Ronsick, to Bergen Riley, to Lucy Moore. Here is Abdouche over to Bergen, down low to Hannah. Shot no good. Kira right there for the rebound. Put back. Oh, it's good for Kira Metley. So the Knights' size is really working to their advantage right now. O'Gorman's on a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes of game action. Here is Heidi in the corner. Over to Hofer. Hyberson baseline cut off by Riley. Harrisburg pulling it back out. Flanagan for another 3. A little bit long, and Boyer's getting a foul as Bergen Riley climbing the ladder for the rebound. That's 2 on Boyer. So coming in for Boyer is Kaylee Plain, a 5'8" senior. And 24, Kaylee Hybertson. So 2 Kayleys into the game for Harrisburg. Plain and Hybertson. Kira Metley with the drop step basket. So the biggest lead of the game now, O'Gorman, 26-11. 4:56 left in the second quarter. The number 2 ranked Lady Knights pouring it on here. Here is Hybertson out to Hofer. Jaylee Hofer, the point guard, over to Heidi, to Plain. Baseline is Flanagan. So Abigail Flanagan is living on that baseline. She has 7. As coaches, they always say, don't allow straight line drives to the baseline. Oh, I think Kira got away with the travel, but she'll get all the way in for the basket. A little hop step for Kira, has 8. Kira's been Dan Johnson's pick to click the last 2 days, but 2 games, no Dan Johnson tonight. So we'll see who he picks against Huron next Tuesday night. Here's Flanagan, no good on the other baseline, little floater shot. Hannah Freeman in, Bentley out. Good balance for O'Gorman. All 5 stars have scored at least 4 points here in the first 12 minutes of the ball game. Here is a Ronsick for 3. It's good. So Hannah Ronsick's found the shooting touch. She has 7. 31-13. That was the score for tonight. Also the score at half for Washington over us last Friday. Here is Heidi with a nice drive for the basket. Abdouche for 3. We're raining threes as Molly Abdouche hits that one. And that's the danger of going to a zone, too. If O'Gorman gets hot, that allows a lot of three-point opportunities. Hofer traveled. So Bergen Riley checks out. Kira Melly checks in. And Coach Nick Meyer has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout. It's a full timeout, so we're going to take one as well. With 3:05 here in the second quarter, it's the O'Gorman Lady Knights 34, the Harrisburg Lady Tigers 15. This is O'Gorman Knights girls basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay, Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there, you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Google Assistant devices.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. This is Brett Byler with Real Presence Radio. Thank you so much for tuning into Knights basketball tonight. We have the boys game will be following about 7:30 tip-off for that one. You hear the wonderful O'Gorman band right to my left shoulder here. Always got to give a shout out to the band. My mom's a band teacher, so got to give those kids who work so hard the credit that they deserve. Here is the Knights out of the timeout. Ben Koch does a terrific job with them. Harrisburg looks like they are in a 2-3 zone at the moment. Floating shot by Ronsick is no good. Hofer had it. Ronsick fights for it. It's Knights ball. Can't relax with this O'Gorman team. They're so aggressive on just every possession defensively. So O'Gorman up 34-15 with the ball. 2:46 left here in the second quarter. Ronsick dribbles it out. Harrisburg back into a man defense now. Here is Bentley. Spins. Good defense. Shot is good. Sometimes better offense beats good defense, and that was the case there as Heidi did a good job. Bentley just too tall. It's 10 for Kira. Lead is now 21, 36-15. Kira's playing with the ball. Over to Hofer. Back to Plain. Baseline now is Hybertson. Hofer going in, and Hannah Friedman with the foul. And what's hurt Harrisburg too is Emily Boyer got her second foul a couple minutes ago. Boyer, their leading scorer, with 13 points a game, 9 rebounds. has been on the bench since that point, and it had been hard to find scoring for this Tigers girls team. That's a first free throw is good by Hofer. That only averages about 45 points per game this season. Boyer now will come in. ID will check out. Second free throw by Hofer is up and good. Here comes Molly Abdouche. To Bergen Riley, back to Molly. Ronsick in the corner, thought about the three, will dribble in, back out to Freeman, a little bit past her range, gives the shot up. Here's Abdouche, 14 on the shot clock. Dribbles left, jump stops, back out to Ronsick, 9. Ronsick fires for three, short. Bergen Riley's right there for the rebound, put back is good. 6 for Bergen. I hate that as a coach. You get the stop defensively, but then you can't finish the possession with a rebound. Bergen picks up a foul. Only be the 4th team foul for O'Gorman. 38-17, Knights leading, a minute 16 left in the second quarter. Pretty much from about the 2-minute mark of the first quarter on, it's been all O'Gorman. Harrisburg with the possession. Knights in that 2-3 zone. Pass it around the perimeter. They have 3 perimeter players and then a high post and a low post player in this zone offense. Here is a three-pointer. Is good by Hofer. Jaylee Hofer connects. Knights push the ball down the court to Bergen Riley. Out to Metley, over to Friedman. Molly lost her girl on the back cut, misses the 3. Rebound by Hofer. Here comes the Tigers. Good defense by Metley. You'd hear the slap of the ball that time off Kira's hands. 38-20. 31 seconds left, so the Harrisburg will have a 2-second differential with a shot clock at 29, game clock at 31. We'll see if the Tigers will hold or try to shoot early here. I think being down 18, you're more inclined to try to go faster than you were if, say, it was a tie game. But they lose the ball, and it'll be O'Gorman's possession. So O'Gorman now without a shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Here comes Abdouche, slowly walking up the court. Knights will have the last possession, if they so please, in the first half. Abdouche dribbling back and forth. Guarded by Flanagan, high screen by Bergen Riley. Here is Ronsick for 3, in and out. Boyer has it with 5. I don't know if Hofer realizes this. Now she does with 1. She'll just shoot it, and it'll be short. That wouldn't have counted anyway. At the end of the first half, it's the O'Gorman Knights 38, the Harrisburg Tigers 20. This is O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio. Coming up next is a Knights halftime show brought to you by your Knights of Columbus Insurance Fields agents, Jeff Gillen and Phil Carlson, coming up after the break.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls offers a daily buffet featuring a variety of pizza choices, salad bar, and chicken. Pizza Ranch has a spacious dining room as well as 8 party rooms that fit different group sizes. Their online menu provides another option for their customers to order from. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show. Brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agents for the Sioux Falls area, Jeff Gillen and Phil Carlson.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Knights Halftime Show. O'Gorman leading 38-20 at half, and this was a close game for about the first 6 minutes of the ball game. It was 11-9, and then all of a sudden O'Gorman went on a run to end the first quarter, a 6-0 run. They pushed that lead out to double figures, and it's really been all O'Gorman since then. A balanced offensive effort led by Kira Mentley's 10 points. Molly Abdouche has 9. Bergen Riley with 6. Hannah Rossick with 7. Hannah Freeman with 4. The Tigers are led by Abigail Flanagan, 7 points, and the main cause for problems for Harrisburg has been the press of O'Gorman, causing lots of turnovers, leading to easy baskets, and that's what really hurt the Tigers. Is once the game became an up and down ball game, it's been all Knights kind of with the lead there, and Emily Boyer got 2 fouls, which didn't help causes for Harrisburg. She's their leading scorer with 13 points a game, so without her in the middle, it became tough for Harrisburg to score, a team that struggles scoring anyway. So O'Gorman 18-point lead. Kind of like what I see from them tonight. They've been more patient offensively, haven't shot so many three-pointers, got the ball inside more, which I think you can see was an emphasis for O'Gorman. Even if it's not a shot inside, it's attacking the paint first and then maybe pushing it out for a three-point shot. So you've seen that from O'Gorman tonight more than just, say, settling for the three. But then when Harrisburg went out of that man defense, went into the zone defense, you saw Hannah Ronta get a 3, the next possession Molly Abdouche hit a 3. So it's kind of a pick your poison thing. If you're Harrisburg is, okay, we're going man, and we might take away some of the threes, but give up driving lanes, possibly, inside shots. But then if you go into the zone, you're more susceptible to giving up open three-pointers too. So, it's tough. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. O'Gorman, all the momentum right now, up by 18. Hopefully they can have a clean second half, continue their great play, and lead them to a victory over the Tigers. We're going to take a break. Coming up after the break will be our Inside O'Gorman segment. We'll find out about our newest state champion at O'Gorman. It's the O'Gorman gymnastics team who won the state title this weekend. That is coming up after the break. This is O'Gorman basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
And welcome back to Inside O'Gorman. If I'm talking a little loud, I apologize. It's just hard to hear with the O'Gorman band right to my left shoulder here. So the O'Gorman girls gymnastics team, they won the state team title back on Friday night at the Corn Palace in Mitchell. The girls scored a score of 150.300. Mitchell got second at a 149.700, followed by Harrisburg third at 148.200. 2, 3, 3, and Watertown 4th, Yankton 5th, Lincoln 6th, Roosevelt 7th, and Brookings 8th. So that was a state title for Coach Skybork and the team on Friday. The accolades didn't stop there. On Saturday was the individual portion, and Maeve Botel won 4 state titles for the Knights in the bars, the beam, the floor, and the all-around. She was second in the vault, made the all-tournament team, and set a new AA record for a new all-around record for O'Gorman. Audrey Meyer got third in the vault, tied for second in the bars, 8th in the beam, second on the floor, and third in the all-around. She also made all-tournament team. Grace Miller finished 15th in the bars and the all-around. Macy Brewster got 9th in the vault, and Rihanna Manning got 12th in the bars. So now the team members, as I mentioned a few of them, we'll mention a few more for O'Gorman that competed. Rosa Vorchek, a sophomore. Rihanna Manning, a sophomore. Jaden Robbins, a senior. Maeve Botel, a junior. Grace Miller, a junior. Tegan Lynch, a freshman. Macy Brewster, a junior. Audrey Meyer, a junior. And Catherine Pellicott, a freshman. So only one senior for this girls gymnastics team, which is Jaden Robbins. So all those other girls will be back next year to try to defend their state gymnastics title. So congratulations to Coach Bork and the lady gymnasts for O'Gorman. Other activities going on for the Lady Knights and the male Knights. So tomorrow there's no school, pre-K 12 conferences. Thursday, no school, teacher in service. Friday, no school, there's debate at Harrisburg, oral and turf at Sioux Falls Jefferson. Saturday, debate at Harrisburg, oral and turf at Sioux Falls Jefferson. And the Wrestling Region 1A meet at O'Gorman, which I will be video streaming on YouTube, Real Presence Radio, Sioux Falls. And then on Monday, there's no school. And then next Tuesday night, the band from the 5th and 12th graders will be playing O'Gorman High School at 7 p.m. And the girls will be at Huron at 6 for basketball. The boys following at 7:30 at Huron next Tuesday night. So that's a look at our O'Gorman activities coming up this week. So Inside O'Gorman has been brought to you by the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, our 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school. Exemplified gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Our schools strive to excellence where it counts in faith and academics in our community and in the opportunities offered to our students. Visit ognights.org to schedule a tour. Coming up after the break will be the start of the second half with the Knights leading 38-20. This is O'Gorman girls basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
If you're busy and like to sponsor the O'Gorman Basketball Podcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Upon graduation from O'Gorman High School, you will receive far more than a diploma. You get the values of a Catholic education, the support and reach of thousands of alum from across the country, the knowledge that you can become who you were meant to be, and our community will be right there by your side. You belong in blue. O'Gorman High School.
All right, welcome back. Tonight's halftime show for the O'Gorman Knights is sponsored by the BB Agency, supporting Knights at Columbus Insurance for South Dakota, Southwest Minnesota, and Northeastern Iowa. For life insurance, long-term care insurance, and retirement products, call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689 to connect with a field agent near you. Knights of Columbus Insurance, strong, dependable, faith-based insurance, protecting your family's financial future. Now for the start of the second half, it's the Harrisburg Tigers with the possession. Here is a drive by Hofer, no good on the floater. Emily Boyer, offensive rebound, misses the layup. Ball still fluttering around. Boyer has that one. You haven't seen many offensive rebounds so far for Harrisburg. Knights in that 2-3 zone still. Here is Hofer. She had 5 in the first half. Here's Hyberson from deep, no good. Bergen Riley has it, loses the ball. Harrisburg is going to have this possession, and they'll turn it over. They had the ball for 45 seconds before they turned it over there. Here comes Abdush. Gets a double screen, and then they're going to try to get Ronsick with it. Down low is Metley. And Kira Metley with 12 points as she makes that shot. So good patience by O'Gorman as option number 1 and 2 were taken away. Going to option 3, which was Metley in the post. She has 12. Knights have doubled the Tigers up 40-20. Beginning stages of the third quarter. You can listen on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, and on YouTube, Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. Missed shot by Hybertson. Rebound by Bergen Riley. Here's a nice pushing with Abdush and Freeman back. Freeman down low, misses the shot. Good look by Molly. Hannah just couldn't finish it. Here comes Hofer. Jump stops, cut off by Ronsick. Baseline is Hybertson. Kaylee Hybertson, she throws that one away. Ronsick slicing in, and she is fouled. 2 Tigers back. We'll see who they call for the foul there. Foul is on Hofer. Ronsick with 7 points in the first half makes this first free throw. Give a shout out to Joe Hurley from the O'Gorman IT department. He helped me get my streaming computer working. I had a little audio issue for a while. Called up Joe, and 20 minutes later we had it figured out. Here is a miss on the second free throw. Rebound by Boyer. Just never know with technology these days. You have everything ready, and then one little thing doesn't work, and it kind of throws you for a loop. Here is the Tigers trying to get their first points now of the second half. Third possession. Here is Kaylee Hybertson with a low percentage pass is stolen. Abdush sprinting out, cut off, step through shot is good. So Harrisburg continue with the turnovers leading to points for the Knights. Talked to Coach Nick Meyer, and he said you just can't let it kind of be a waterfall effect on plays like that, where one turnover leads to an easy basket, and then it happens again and again. Flanagan with it over to Hofer. Okay. So here is Hybertson to Hofer. Back to Hybertson at the buzzer. That's blocked by Metley. You hear the O'Gorman students again right below us with the little bit of a fast count there on the shot clock. That actually got Friedman at the Washington student section, got her to shoot one about 3 seconds early the other night as well. 23-point lead, 43-20. Here comes Molly Abdush. Harrisburg right now is in a man defense. Ooh, Lucy was looking for Kira, was a little bit late, did not throw it smartly. Good cut by Lucy, but she's rejected by Boyer, who steals it from Metley. Great cut by Lucy Moore, but the 6'1" Boyer was right there with the block. Tigers at 6-10 on the season, 11th seed right now in seed points. Or O'Gorman 15-2, they sit at number 2 right now. Sodak 16 will be 2 weeks from this Friday on March 4th. 12 on the shot clock. Hofer trying to figure out something for Harrisburg. Gets it down low to Idy, and she is fouled by Metley. So Hannah Idy, the 5'10" junior forward, to the line. That's Kira's second. First free throw is up and good for Idy. Crowd kind of filling in. Good O'Gorman crowd so far. Harrisburg crowd kind of slowly but surely filling in as well. Idy misses the second one, but gets her offensive rebound. Down low, Boyer back out to Hybertson. Dribbles in, and she is rejected. Kira Metley now has 2 blocks in the quarter on jump shots. Ronsick down low to Bergen. Nice play, but she misses the short one. Dug out of there by Wagner to Hofer. Harrisburg still yet to score in the third quarter. 43-21. Knights. Only 3 points, or actually 5 points. It was 38-20 at halftime, so 5-0 in the quarter for O'Gorman, so they're not lighting it up either. Medley gets another foul. That's 3 on Kira. So Kira comes out. Hannah Friedman comes in for O'Gorman. Also in for Harrisburg is number 22, Kennedy Healy. Here is Idy, spins a dangerous pass. Ronsick is about a step away from stealing that one, which would have been a layup. Wagner looking down low to Healy, doesn't like the matchup as Freeman's kind of shoving her out of there. Hofer for 3, short. Wagner offensive rebound back out to Hofer. She'll try another 3 and misses that one to the other side. Offensive rebound for Idy. So Coach Colzer, the one thing he can't be liking in the third quarter is the offensive rebounds for Harrisburg. And Coach Nick Meyer is going to call a 30-second timeout. We're also going to take a 30-second timeout. Knights up by 22, 43-21, with 2:38 left here in the third quarter.
Hello, this is Mark Konzemius, president of the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota. Preparing for the end of life can be overwhelming, even scary. Yet as disciples of Christ, we live in great hope and the reality of God's promise that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The End of Life Planning Workbook for Catholics is now available. I encourage you to reach out to one of our Catholic Community Foundation offices or ccfesd.org. May God bless each of us on our journey to heaven.
All right, welcome back to O'Gorman High School. We're up by there with Real Presence Radio. We'll be joined by Mr. Isaac Struck shortly. Here is Harrisburg getting the ball at the timeout. Boyer, good play, misses a shot. We got a foul on the arm, I think, on Friedman. Good play to get Boyer going a straight line drive to the basket, but she's a little strong on the shot. So that's 2 on Hannah Freeman. Knights are picking up the fouls fast and furious in the quarter. They have 3 now. Passing around the perimeter. 43-21 O'Gorman. 2:24 in the third quarter. Knights looking for their 16th win of the season. Ooh, that's off. Healy almost kicked that one out of bounds. 14 on shot clock. Wagner in the corner. Good job by Lucy Moore, really moving well at the top of that zone. And Abdush with the steal. Down low to Friedman, back out to Ronsick. To Abdush. She'll shoot the 3 and drill it. Molly Abdush with 14. Oh, they're going to give her a long 2. Need Dan Johnson's trifocals to see that, folks. I thought it was a 3, but they're just going to give Molly the long 2, so she actually has 13, not 14 tonight. Like I said, Harrisburg still searching for that first points of the third quarter. It's not going to come there as Ronsick steals on a bad pass by Wagner. Hannah all the way for the layup is good. She's in double figures now with 10. Wagner back to Hofer to Idy. They do get it past half court now. Boyer way at the three-point line. Probably not the best place to have her at the moment. Now she's playing high post. Shot clock down to 10. Idy with it with 8. Passes it over. Almost a steal by Molly. Baseline drive by Hofer. Shot is good. So Jaylee Hofer gets the first points of the quarter for Harrisburg with about 35 seconds left. 47-23, Knights leading. Freeman over her right shoulder scores it. So Hannah Friedman has 6. Knights up by 26, 14 seconds left. Hofer to Wagner. And she is fouled by Lucy Moore. Got a little bit of a line change now by both teams. Claire Benson coming in for the first time. It's actually O'Gorman ball. They're going to call they'll call that a jump. I thought it was going to be a foul on Lucy. So 7 seconds left. Here's Ronsick with it. With 3. Here's Ronsick. Shot is blocked and no good at the buzzer. So that's how the quarter will end, with the Knights leading 49-23 over the Harrisburg Tigers. We're going to take a break, come back for the start of the fourth quarter from O'Gorman High School. This is O'Gorman Lady Knights basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family-owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
All right, welcome back to the start of the third quarter from O'Gorman High School. It's the Knights up on the Tigers 49-23. Harrisburg gets the first possession of the quarter. Here is Flanagan with it. I'm joined by the one and only Isaac Struck, who will do color commentary for this fourth quarter. Steal by Claire Benson, out to Peterson, leaking out for the layup is good.
Nice defense leading the offense there.
And if you just joined us, Isaac, that's happened a lot tonight with turnovers directly leading to points for the Lady Knights.
Which is always an efficient way to get into the scoring book.
Especially after the struggle we had offensively against Washington on Friday night.
Yep, absolutely. This is a good feel for the Lady Knights tonight.
So here is Knights back in that zone with Harrisburg, who only scored, Isaac, 2 points in the third quarter. You don't win many games scoring 2 points in the quarter.
You don't win many, but it's not impossible. But we'll have to wait and find out.
So how did your games go today, Coach?
My A team won by 3, and my B team lost by 5. We had a lead in the B game down to the about the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. They pulled away a little bit, and then we started a real late comeback and almost got it to 3, and then had to foul and lost by 5. It was a good game, though. We played hard. The A guys are 5-1 now, and our B guys are 2-4, but quite frankly should be 3-3 or even 4-2. We've lost a couple of B games by 5 or less. I think 2 games in the B we've lost by 5 points or less, and both of those games we had a lead and kind of trickled it away.
Gotcha.
Our Achilles heel in the B game is that we have no height, no height at all, and our only tall big was on vacation for the week off of conferences here. So our starting center tonight was about 5'7", 5'8", and that's not a recipe for success when you're playing 2 6-footers on the other team.
It sure is not. So here is the Tigers down low. Boyer. Coach Meyer thought there should have been a foul. No call, but she sticks with it, gets the offensive rebound for the basket. Coach Meyer letting the referee have it a little bit.
Yeah, expressing the frustration there. I can see where he would have thought, there might have been a call, but at this point they're going to let the girls play a little bit until Ronzik got fouled there.
As he does
I shouldn't have been talking.
And he does the foot stomp. Coach Meyer is one of my favorites. Earmuff Stan Johnson went to USD, coached at Vermillion for 4 years before he's been at Harrisburg for 9 years now. Very successful tenure, they've made to the state tournament 8 out of his 9 years. That's a made free throw by Ronsick. They got second in the 17 and 18 state tournaments. The 17 was against us back on St. Patty's Day that year. Ronsick makes the first. She has 11, makes the second, has 12 now. And Isaac was a part of the boys' championship the same night there.
Same exact night. Night and night, says that Argus Leader article read. That was a fantastic evening.
Here is Ronsick. The boys beat Aberdeen Central that night. Here is Metley, almost fouled. She threw it to herself. I don't know if you can do that. Caught it, threw it back up and missed it. That was a weird play. It's like she lost it the first time, got it, then flipped it back up, got it again, and then still missed
Little
it.
dipsy-do, didgeridoo action over here.
She's padding those rebounding stats, Isaac. So the Tigers down by 28, 53-25, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Boys game will follow shortly. Here's a turnover by Hofer. Out in front is Abdush using that left hand for the deuce.
30-point ball game, 5:15 left in the fourth. Knights in complete control.
It's nice to see that too, Isaac. You come off a loss like they did against Washington, come out and kind of win this game without really, with conviction, basically. Here is playing off the foot of Hybertson. We've seen some wild passes by Harrisburg tonight. 10 seconds of the shot clock. Here is Flanagan. That is Kira Medley's fourth block of jump shots tonight.
Nice long arms, getting up there, deflecting the shot, timing it really well, especially.
Reminds me of a young Isaac Struck out there playing defense. Your specialty, right, Isaac?
Oh, that was it. Defense was the name of the game for me.
Here's Abdush with the steal. It's the name of the game for her. Here's Ronsick with the layup, but misses it. She gets it back. Oh, no, she does not. It's hard for me to see under my own hoop there. Here is Hofer pushing the pace. No good. Rebound by Bergen. Probably start seeing some of those subs for O'Gorman about any time now, I guess.
Lucy Moore checks in at the scorer's table. Yep, probably going to have a few more come off the bench here.
And O'Gorman actually will be off for a week after tonight. They don't play again, either boys or girls, to Huron next Tuesday night at the Huron Arena, taking on the Fighting Mark Strucks of Huron.
I might be able to be in attendance to that game. I don't have school that day. We have the day off, so I might be able to make a guest appearance there. But we'll see. I got to make sure the schedules align.
So Ronsick with a smile makes them both. She now, I think, has up the scoreboard. There we go. A little slow on the scoreboard. We got now 14 points for Hannah. Crowd looking for Cecily Bruns.
Come on, Kent, give it to him.
I wonder what it feels like if you're the kid that that was a long three by Hybertson. If you're the kid that the student section is always cheering for you to come in.
That would be a fun evening when games start to get like this. Then they're all cheering at you to shoot it, and as that shot's no good.
Friedman short on the three. Actually, I think that was Hybertson. It was her first basket of the game. Sydney Hybertson.
Surprising.
Yeah, she was a starter last year, so she and Boyer were the two returning starters from that fifth place state tournament team last year that actually had Breckley Honor, and Breckley is actually starting for USF right now.
Great school.
Her sister, Danny Honor, was also a really good basketball player. I believe their mom was as well, if I remember right.
And I believe Max, if that was a brother of them, he was a state champion golfer in boys. Golf for Lincoln High School. Maybe it's a relative. I'm not sure.
There's Boyer with the basket.
Probably a relative. But
so if we have a Harrisburg people listening on our stream, let Isaac know if he's correct by that assumption. So Boyer now with 10. She's the first Tiger in double figures. 57-29. Douche from way downtown is good. She's made 3 threes tonight.
And here come the subs into the ball game now. We've got Peterson, Benson, Schlimgin in.
So Molly's night's over with 18 points. Hannah Ronsick's night's over with 14.
I like how, funny to mention this right now, but when they're whipping off their warm-up shirts, and you see the back of their jersey. The back of these jerseys are nice and tight on the back, and the numbers are very easy to read. Sometimes the boys, when they come off the bench, have a little bit baggier jersey, and the numbers are tough to read. These numbers, nice blue, nice, easy-to-read numbers.
So are you saying you don't need trifocals to read them?
No, by any means. I don't have to pull Dan Johnson and talk about my bad eyesight.
So Sydney Hyberson, eyesight is fine on that shot. She makes a long jumper. She has 5. Now Harrisburg will clear their bench on the next dead ball as well. 60-31 O'Gorman. 2:28 left here in the fourth quarter.
Nice move by Lucy Moore. Has to kick it out.
Freeman thinking about the 3. Good cut by Lucy.
Nice cut, nice pass from Hannah Friedman. Turnaround, nice finding the open player. And now we've got more subs coming to the game. That's a Wang, a Coy coming in for Friedman.
So Lucy's had a couple nice back cuts like that tonight. You missed the one in the first half, Isaac. She had a great one, but Boyer blocked her shot. But that's movement without the basketball that coaches love. You don't want to be a stagnant offensive player. Cough, James Harden.
Speaking of the NBA, boy, Brett, my Celtics are hot as of late. 9 of their last, they've won 9 straight, and they've won 11 of their last 14, and like 17 of their last 21.
Peterson with the layup is good. They play the Sixers tonight, don't they?
Yep. Nice layup there by Peterson, her younger brother Tanner on my 8th grade A team.
So Peterson with actually 4 points all here in the fourth quarter. 64-31 Knights. Getting almost a steal.
Do get the steal.
Schlimgen
will take it all the way inside before she was fouled.
So Harrisburg is not in the penalty yet. That's only 4 team fouls.
Listen to the crowd on this one.
Crowd mic is up, Isaac.
Not the reaction I was hoping for, but Cecily is in now, so hopefully we get a bucket out of her.
I don't see Zach Carlson down there. Usually he's her biggest fan.
Yep.
I do not see or hear him. It's pretty easy to hear him. Here is Maisie getting ready for Region Wrestling. There
we go.
Schlimgen for 3 short.
She's going to get her own board at the top of the key. Nice job chasing down the O board.
Tegan must have taught her that shot. Love you, Tegan.
Oh,
I'm sure
Tegan.
he's not listening.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not.
54 seconds left, Isaac. What's going to happen here? 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Bruns with it off the dribble.
Somebody yelled to her to shoot it.
Nice take by Schlimgen. Couldn't get it to fall, though.
Healy with the rebound for Harrisburg. She'll push it up the front court. Harrisburg with 31 points tonight. A little bit below there. Just kind of had a rough year offensively this season. Only actually about 45 points a game. So not a surprise they've struggled against a good defense like O'Gorman tonight. Here is pass down low to Hybertson. Kaylee Hybertson is blocked but fouled by a Wang Akoi. Couple mentions for a couple of Harrisburg girls in the game now. Lindsay Worth, number 33, a 5'6 sophomore. Number 14 is Sierra Stiff, a 5'7 junior. And this is Kaylee Hybertson, a 5'10 junior to the line, makes that one.
Maddie Friedman into the game for O'Gorman. And Brenna Beck.
And Kennedy Rentz is the other one.
There we go.
Brenna Beck actually made the game-winning free throw in the sophomore game.
Hey, there we go. Nice three-point shot there by the Tigers, and another Tiger entering into the game with 11 seconds on the clock. That's, let's see here, Adeline Wagner, the 5'7 sophomore.
And Lindsay Worth was the one who hit the 3, so 64-35. We'll see if the O'Gorman will try to shoot it here. Schlimgen looking to Bruns, and that will be it. So the final score is O'Gorman 64. Write that one down, Isaac. Harrisburg 35, 64-35. O'Gorman, they improved to 16-2 on the year. Harrisburg falls to 6 and 11. We'll take a break, come back for the start of the boys pregame show here on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Did you know you can listen to the RPR Network when you're on the go? Just search for Real Presence Radio in your app store. Listen live to any station across the network at any time, so you can stay connected to your local community from wherever you are. Plus, if you miss a program, the Real Presence Radio app is your one-stop shop for local and national podcasts, including our signature show, Real Presence Live. The Real Presence Radio app, with you every step of your faith journey. Download it today and see what you've been missing.
Upon graduation from O'Gorman High School, you will receive far more than a diploma. You get the values of a Catholic education, the support and reach of thousands of alum from across the country, the knowledge that you can become who you were meant to be, and our community will be right there by your side. You belong in blue. O'Gorman High School.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Night's Game Day Show, sponsored by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal.
All right, welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show. Coming up now is the boys matchup between the number 2 O'Gorman Knights at 15-2 on the season against the Harrisburg Tigers at 9-6. I'm brought by Real Presence Radio along with Isaac Struck. O'Gorman is currently number 2 in seed points, while Harrisburg is number 4. Both teams are coming to today's game with wins. Harrisburg defeated Rapid City Stevens 71-64 at home on Saturday. O'Gorman won against Washington 52-50 on Friday night. Isaac, one of the themes of the last 2 games for the O'Gorman boys is struggling at the free throw line down the stretch of games. We shot 2 for 10 in the Washington game, had a rough stretch in Lincoln as well. Talk about, do you think that could be a carryover effect in tonight's game, and how much of that free throw shooting, Isaac, is mental?
You know, I sure hope not. I hope that this one is a little bit less dramatic towards the end of things, especially when it comes to free throws. We got to be able to knock down the free throws that they're giving us. I mean, they're fouling us because they're trailing, and we got to get up to the line confident and knock in some free throws. Hopefully it doesn't carry over, after a weekend off and, only one day of prep for a team like Harrisburg. I think you're just going to go out there and play loose, play free, and, close-minded on the past and worry about the present.
Isaac, Harrisburg's tallest starter is 6'4". They're kind of like a 4-out, 1-in offense and defense. Do you feel like O'Gorman tonight offensively needs to play a little bit more inside out? We shot 33s against Washington the other night.
I think that we need to play a little bit more inside out, but I would like to get it inside as much as we can, but here's the thing, Ed. You can't completely change a game plan heading into a game. We're a strong shooting team when we're given good opportunities, so we're going to take what they give us, but I'd like to see the ball in David's hands a little bit more early, even in the hands of Hayden Muirhead when he's in, get him some post-up touches, because that really opens up the three-point shooting.
Do you think Harrisburg playing that 4-out, 1-in style of offense, Isaac, will be a tough guard for O'Gorman tonight?
It could be. It could propose a little bit of a matchup problem. You're going to have Costello probably guarding the perimeter a little bit more, but that just means that you're going to have to guard the other guards just as intensely. We're a size advantage over pretty much every position on the floor. Especially if Manny's running the point guard and Rush and Matt are the 2 and the 3. Matt's about the only one that's going to be same or undersized. Otherwise, we're going to have size around the board. So if we're able to get hands up on shooters and contest their three-point perimeter style offense, it might be an okay matchup for us. Besides the fact that Costello's probably going to have to step out and guard someone outside of the paint.
And it helps to have 2 athletic bigs, and Muirhead and Alper is also very athletic. That will help out tonight as well. We're going to take a break, come back here from Harrisburg coach Scott Langrock. That is coming up after the break. This is a Night's Game Day Show on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Is there an event that you would like announced right here on the RPR Network? Please email the details at least 2 weeks in advance to heather@realpresenceradio.com. That's HEATHER@realpresenceradio.com. we can help spread the word about what's happening at your parish and in your diocese. Again, that email address is heather@realpresenceradio.com.
Here at Catholic Family Services, we believe counseling is for everyone. Catholic Family Services is here to help whether you are navigating a life transition, such as going to college or changing career paths, wanting to improve your communication skills, making plans for your future family, or wanting to understand mental health. If you would like more information or to set up an appointment with one of our trained professionals, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775.
Welcome back to the Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal Knights Game Day Show. I'm now joined by Harrisburg boys coach Scott Langrock. Coach, your boys got 2 wins this weekend versus Rapid City Central and Rapid City Stevens, scoring 85 and 71 points respectively in those 2 games. What was working so well for your offense this weekend, Coach?
Well, anytime you can put that kind of points up, you got to be able to make shots, and we were lucky enough for the ball to go through the hoop on both nights. And sometimes when it's going in, it's nice to play back-to-back nights because you're pretty confident and the hoop looks big. I think basically right now for us offensively, the spacing is good, and we're kind of ready to shoot the basketball, ready to score, and guys are playing very confident.
What would you also like to see, Coach, as the biggest areas of improvement for your team in the final 2 weeks of the regular season to be peaking by SODAC 16 time?
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's defensively. We got to guard better. We got to guard the dribble better. We got to get through screens right now. We kind of melt on screens. We run into them instead of getting on the hip or going underneath and then avoiding the contact and communicating when there's back screens and those types of things. I would say that's the biggest concern for us right now. And then one thing you'll see tonight is our ability or lack thereof ability to rebound the basketball consistently. I'm not saying we don't do that, but we just don't do it consistently. So if we don't do that tonight, it'll be a long night.
And now let's move forward, Coach, tonight against Sioux Falls O'Gorman, a team that's number 2 in state, 15-2 on the season. How big a concern is O'Gorman's size going into the ball game?
Yeah, their length and their physicality in the post and relentless rebounding, obviously with helpers and Muirhead, those guys. And then not just those two, Costello gets in there. They all just, as soon as that shot goes up, they just go to their offensive boards, and they seem like they get about 35-40% of them. And when you give a team that many extra shots, and then obviously if you have a guy like Ing out on the perimeter knocking down shots, it's a recipe for a long night. So we're going to really have to be ready to match the physicality and their aggressive play.
For your team, Coach, to have success against O'Gorman offensively tonight, what must your boys do?
Well, I think we have to wait for our screens to be patient and change speed. Right now, sometimes we do a lot of interchanging on the backside of the ball. If we can continue to be spaced out, and if we can be patient on our screening action and mix it up. And we set a lot of flare screens, but if we can get some pin screens and some hard curls and release some of that pressure and take away some of their length and aggressiveness, then we're going to have a chance to score. Then it just becomes about making shots.
And Coach, being a little bit undersized against O'Gorman, does a quicker tempo, you think, tonight favor your team?
Kind of all the things we just talked about is if we can rebound the basketball, I do think we can get out in transition because they send so many guys to the offensive boards. If we can secure that ball and get some bust-out dribbles and get out, and get the wings out and get the guards out in the transition lanes and run the floor with purpose, I do think maybe we can put some pressure on them defensively. So we'll just see if we're tough enough to rebound at the start.
Thank you so much, Coach, for your time, and good luck tonight against Sioux Falls O'Gorman.
Well, we appreciate you guys covering the Tigers, too.
We'd like to thank Coach Scott Langrock for his time as we figured out what he had in mind for the Harrisburg Tigers to beat the O'Gorman Knights tonight. But now we get to hear head Knights coach Derek Roby and figure out what his message is to the guys this week as they get ready to play Harrisburg tonight. That interview is next on the Knights Game Day Show here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Hello, this is Mark Konzemius, president of the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota. Preparing for the end of life can be overwhelming, even scary. Yet as disciples of Christ, we live in great hope and the reality of God's promise that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The End of Life Planning Workbook for Catholics is now available. I encourage you to reach out to one of our Catholic Community Foundation offices or ccfesd.org. May God bless each of us on our journey to heaven.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Welcome back to the Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal Nights Game Day Show. I'm now joined by Sioux Falls O'Gorman boys coach Derek Roby. Coach, your boys defeated Sioux Falls, Washington 52-50 at O'Gorman on Friday night. Coach, I know it has to be frustrating for you if you look at the last two games. They're both wins, but you just look at the last 3 minutes or so of each of those games where we've had leads. Send guys to the free throw line. They just kind of haven't converted. I know you have your free throw ladder and you guys shoot a lot of free throws in practice and everything. As a coach, what can you, do to try not to have something like that happen again?
Well, and I don't know the answer to it, obviously. I know one thing for sure, the more I talk about it at practice, the worse it gets. We're a high school basketball team. We're high school players. Certainly they can make free throws, but they have to be able to make them in crunch time. But it's one of those things that kind of snowballs, Somebody misses a free throw, and then all of a sudden the next guy's thinking too much about it, and all of a sudden it's just more and more pressure. But I don't know the answer, Brett. Like I said, we shoot a lot of free throws in practice, and so it's not like we're not practicing them. It's just one of those things.
Let's move forward, Coach. Tonight's game against Harrisburg. They're 9-6 on the season. They're actually number 4 right now in seed points. 2 wins this weekend over the 2 Rapid City schools. What do you foresee as some of the biggest challenges Coach Langrock's team presents to your guys tonight?
Well, they're very good around the perimeter. Let's face it. They early in the year that really was evident. They can just knock down shot after shot, and if you let them get it going, if the floodgates open, you're in trouble. And I think that's where they're having all the successes. They can just all shoot it.
Coach, on our defensive end, I know going in the Lincoln game, you weren't happy allowing the penetration to the hoop. Did you think that was better against Washington, against these guys at Harrisburg? Is that something you're concerned with, or is it more trying to find them more by the three-point line?
I wasn't happy with it against Washington, but of course, with MK, he's like a little water bug in there. He's just flying all over the place, and he's a tough matchup for anybody. He's the quickest guy you'll ever face. So against Washington, it certainly didn't look like we got much better, but you have to keep that in perspective too, because he is so doggone good and quick. So we definitely have to continue to make strides there. I know Jacoby tonight, certainly lefty, he likes to go left and get to the rim as well. That'll be a concern. We have to make sure we can keep him in front of us a little bit, but overall we just have to get better.
What would you like to see, Coach, finally from your offense tonight against Harrisburg?
Well, there again, I'd like to shoot into rhythm a little bit, not shoot real early within the shot clock. Like I alluded to early in the show here tonight, it'd be a good shot to me is getting an inside touch first and let it go from there. Sometimes I think our guys are just kind of content with coming down and cranking one up like it's summer league. You just can't do that and be successful. You might be able to do it for a spurt now and then, but you just can't do it realistically and have the type of quality play if you want to be someplace in March, Saturday night, I guess. So with that being said, we have to get some inside touches first. Not that we're trying to get all inside looks, but then at least David and John or Chad Ambrose or whoever's down there, they can look over their shoulder and see what we have and go inside out type of game, and that's what you have to do in high school basketball, I think.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you much, Brett. Should be a fun atmosphere.
All right, I want to thank Coach Derek Roby for his time. Isaac, keys to victory for O'Gorman.
Well, number one, the big no-brainer tonight, make our free throws. We were just 2 of 10 on free throws, 20% versus Washington, and missed a lot of key ones down the stretch versus Washington and Lincoln. We also got to win the rebounding battle. O'Gorman out-rebounded Washington 41-26 Friday night, and out-rebounded Harrisburg last year in that state tournament game 32-20. We also got to get the ball in the paint offensively, play inside out, and David and John and Gavin are all going to have height advantages over Harrisburg, so taking advantage of those height advantages will be crucial as well. We also got to limit our turnovers. We had 13 against Washington, are averaging just over 14 a game, so making sure that we limit those is going to be a big key to success tonight. And finally, we got to guard the three-point line. Harrisburg shot 37% on threes and makes about 8 per game on their 21 attempts, so it's going to be a lot of three-pointers tonight from the Harrisburg Tigers.
So the Keys to Victory is brought to you by Closets & More, a locally owned company providing custom-designed closets and storage solutions. They can be reached at 605-334-5135 or online at closetsandmoresd.com. Isaac, who is your player to click tonight for O'Gorman?
I think that my player to click tonight is going to be David Alpers. I picked him last time and it didn't quite work out, but I think that tonight he poses a little bit of a size advantage inside. And when they don't have the size inside, we might be able to go to him a little bit and figure out some sort of rotation and getting him checked into the game and going early. And I think the more that David Alpers goes tonight, the more success that we'll have.
I'm going to go with Rush Landry tonight. I think this will be a big game for Rush tonight against Harrisburg. And Tigers player to watch is Jacoby Meerman, number 24, averaging about 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals a game. An excellent sophomore player for Harrisburg. Tonight's O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show has been brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal is established in Sioux Falls in 1981. Has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. For more information, they can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com. We'll take a break, come back for the tip-off of tonight's game between the Knights boys and the Harrisburg Tigers.
Need repairs on gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors? Sioux Equipment Company can help. They serve Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company also offers services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment. Sioux Equipment Company at 605-334-1653 is a supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family-owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
On the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Barnett Vision Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Sioux Equipment Company, Closets and More and JMJ Caseworks, the BB Agency, Knights of Columbus Insurance, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, and Barnett Lewis Funeral Home.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, let's go to the gym.
All right, welcome back, folks. And now it's time for the O'Gorman Boys Starters, brought to you by the boys themselves. Enjoy.
Emmanuel Struck, number 3, 6'3", senior, guard and forward.
Matt Ing, number 5, 6'2", junior, guard.
Rush Landry, number 23, 6'5", senior, guard, forward. John Costello, number 50, 6'5", senior, center forward. David Alpers, number 4, 6'6", senior, center.
All right, and now with the call of the game, Isaac Struck. Who's Harrisburg starting, Isaac?
They'll start Ethan Dieterman, a 6'2", junior guard. Number 3, Gavin Ascheim, a 6' senior guard. Number 5, Andrew Walter, a 6'3", senior guard. 2 forwards, and Maxwell Knutson, the 6'4", junior, and Jacoby Merriman, the 6'3", sophomore. O'Gorman wins the opening tip. They dump it inside to David Alpers off the left window, around it in. It's good for 2. And Alpers opens up the scoring for the O'Gorman Knights. Now, Harrisburg will push in a little bit of pace here down the right side of the floor, up top to Merriman, and swings it over to Dieterman. Up top to Walter. Walter's got that quick first step for the Harrisburg Tigers. Merriman back to Walter. He'll go off the dribble now and hands it off to Merriman. He dribbles around, nearly slid the foot. Inside now to Knutson. Tried to be dug out by Struck, who sticks with Walter. Now a pass to the corner into the hands of Dieterman, and he'll bring it out to Walter. He'll go off the dribble. Inside of the paint, right-handed floater, banks in for 2. Eng with it at the half-court line now. He'll walk across half-court, swing it over to Costello. Looking inside at Alpers, kicks it across to Eng. Thought about a quick fire 3. Instead, he'll go off the dribble now. Got it poked away initially Off the pass into the hands of Landry. Standstill triple is good. Around the rim and in for Rush Landry. It's 5-2. O'Gorman Knights on top here in the opening minute with 6:45 left to play in the first quarter.
Pick to click is looking pretty good, Isaac.
And it's looking good. Mine's got 2. Spin move down inside the paint by Aisheim. Good off the window for 2. Nice finish by, that was Merriman, not Aisheim. Merriman off the window. Nice spin move to get inside of the paint.
He's a lefty, Isaac. You got to really remember that if you're O'Gorman.
Eng off the dribble now. Step back, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, tipped around, saved into the hands of the Tigers. That was Aisheim who got a hand on it and flipped it back into the hands of Walters. Up top now. Into the corner. Walter, triple, off the iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Costello. He'll give it over to Struck, who walks it across the half-court line. Struck dribbles over to the right side, hands it off to Matt Eng. Up top over to Landry now, over on the left wing. Up top, Alpers, top of the key, looking inside at Costello. Pass inside to Costello. He'll spin over the left shoulder now. Can't get the shot to fall over the right shoulder. Ball somehow bounced around all the way across the lane into the hands of the Tigers, who lose it right into the hands of Rush Landry. Landry off the dribble, wraparound pass. Had to be a kick ball there by Walter, no call. And after a couple of loose balls, the Tigers finally control it and have it in the offensive end. Kick to the corner with Aisheim. He'll drive baseline, a little bit of contact. Kick to the corner now. Merriman, standstill triple is good.
Yeah, he shoots him about 36%, Isaac, so got to get out on him.
Jacoby Merriman with 5 points early on, and it's 7-5. Tigers on top here at O'Gorman High School. Eng uses a screen from Alpers. A little bit of contact, no call. Swings it over to Struck. Inside to Alpers on the left block. Alpers gets doubled quickly, then dribbles into the paint, turns over his left shoulder, and was fouled. Coach Scott Langrock wanting the charge there, as saying Alpers was lowering his shoulder into him, but the call goes to Knutson. And now that's number 33, Camden Phipps, checking into the game for the Tigers. And Gavin Muirhead will check into the game for the O'Gorman Knights.
Yeah, you had 6-foot Aisheim switched off on him, which is not good for Harrisburg.
So Alpers with it now, spin move into the paint, then has to kick it out to Eng. Deep triple from Eng, short, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. They'll push down the left side of the floor with Dieterman now. He'll swing it over to Aisheim on the right wing now, up top to Phipps. Hand off to Dieterman. He'll come off a screen. Dieterman lost it. They're going to call a foul on Landry. So a sub into the game for the Tigers. Walter off the dribble into the hands of Aisheim. Back to Merriman. Swing pass over to Aisheim. That's a deep triple from Aisheim. That's no good, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go to the Knights. Muirhead was the closest one to it before he let it go out of bounds.
If you look at Harrisburg this year, Isaac, they shoot about 8 threes and make about 21, and any of those 5 guys out there can usually shoot them.
So with 4:06 left here in the first quarter, Knights trail by 2. As Muirhead with it up top, swing pass over to Landry, looking inside at Alpers, cut off the window, good for 2 and 1. And David Alpers will step to the free throw line after knocking in the tough finish off the right window.
Alpers is about a 58% free throw shooter on the year.
Missed free throw, however, the Knights corral the offensive board over into the hands of Ambrose now. Quick fire triple from the wing, no good. Rebound inside by Muirhead. Tries to kick it out, it got poked. And now into the hands of Landry, who wisely lets it go across the half-court line before picking it up. Inside Alpers, spin move into the paint off the right window. Left his feet from the left side of the lane and then flipped it up off the right window. Swooping shot underneath, and Alpers has 6 of the 9.
I think that'll be a tough matchup for Phipps. Only a sophomore, seeing a quick guy like Alpers in the post.
This is a tough matchup for Ambrose, as Walter is the one that Ambrose has drawn the matchup on, as that shot was no good and then kicked over into the hands of Landry. He'll come off the dribble now, swing it over to Muirhead. Muirhead up top, Landry, standstill triple, around and out, no good. And a rebound into the hands of Merriman, who will bring it up the floor along the left side near the sideline. Hand off to Walter. Walter with it. Swings it over to Ascheim, guarded by Ing. 2:50 left here in the first quarter. Knights have a 9-7 lead here at O'Gorman High School. Off the dribble is Ascheim, inside to Phipps. Had it nearly poked away by Ing. Turnaround over the left shoulder, good for 2. And it's 9-9. Nice move inside by Phipps.
And his brother Braden played last year, if you remember him, a big kid, and his sister is Abby Phipps. So there's a lot of Phipps with some Harrisburg lineage.
Going to call a travel on Eng, who left his feet and then didn't want the shot and had to get rid of it. So now Struck comes in, Costello back in, and Heckenleibel in.
So you look at this lineup, Isaac, you got some shooting with Ambrose and Heckenleibel both in the game.
This might be the first time that this lineup specifically has been together all season. Phipps with it up top. That's Dieterman. Dieterman, a good scorer for the Tigers, hasn't had a shot yet tonight.
Yeah, he averages 20 points a game.
Off the dribble is Ascheim. Over to Merriman. Up top to Walter. Tigers working around the perimeter. Off the dribble, nearly lost it. Now into the hands of Dieterman. Quick fire triple. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound corralled by Struck, who swings it over to Ambrose, who pushes it across the half-court line. Ambrose inside to Costello. There will be a reach-around foul on Camden Phipps. The 6'6 sophomore will pick up his first foul.
Well, so far, Isaac, pace-wise, you think this is kind of favors us or Harrisburg, or what do you think?
I think right now we're kind of in the middle. I think both teams are doing a little bit of what they want to do and getting a little bit out of their comfort zone. Just depends on possession by possession here. Ambrose off the dribble now, fakes the handoff to Heckenleibel, then steps into a baseline 2. That's good. Chad Ambrose, a big-time shooter for the Knights, knocks down his first jump shot of the game, a deep baseline jumper for 2, and the Knights lead by 2. Drive by Ascheim, foul by Heckenleibel. That'll send Gavin Ascheim to the line.
And actually, it's my bad there, and Isaac, I didn't let you know it's Ascheim.
Ascheim, there we go.
Thank you for the Harrisburg fan who wrote that on the YouTube feed, and I didn't know that from talking to Coach Langrock this morning.
Ascheim off the dribble. First free throw is good. Now a couple of subs into the game. The Tigers bring in number 22, Connor Coleman.
He's a 50% free throw shooter, 8 for 16 coming into the game.
Ascheim's second free throw, no good. Struck brings it across the right wing, then uses a screen from Costello, kicks it over to John. John, between the legs dribble, trying to create some separation, hands it back off to Struck. He'll swing it over to Landry now. Finally a dump off inside to Alpers, and he'll do some work on the low blocks. Spin move into the paint, off the right window, good for 2. Alpers is just so smooth when he catches it on the block without using that initial dribble, and gets really crafty around the rim inside.
I think what helps him is he's so strong, he's never off balance down there.
Able to get his own shot whenever he wants it. A nice rebound by Alpers, who then stays in bounds, gives it off to Struck. 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Knights could get a 2-for-1 if they score quickly. Landry off the dribble now, looking over on the wing with Costello. The 2-for-1 probably passing them up now, as that shot is no good by Eng, and now a rebound and a final 35 seconds here for the Tigers. Dieterman off the dribble now, up top to Ascheim. Tigers will work it around the perimeter now. Back into the hands of Ascheim, top of the key. Swings it over to Dieterman, up top. Merriman with it, he'll dribble over and hand it off to Walter, who sets up the offensive play here with 10 to go in the first quarter. Down to 8 on the clock. Now a handoff back into the hands of Walter. 4 on the clock. Drives baseline. Spin move. No shot available there. And then a three-pointer at the buzzer is no good from Coleman. And that'll do it for the first quarter. O'Gorman Knights on top of the Harrisburg Tigers, 13-10 after 1 here. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Jardine Construction is a general contractor of custom homes, remodeling, and commercial construction. Jardine Construction works in close cooperation with project owners and customers when developing a plan for a building or home. Jardine Construction has lots available in Sioux Falls, Hartford, and Humboldt. Mark can be reached at 605-951-1803 and Tom at 605-261-6174.
Barnett Vision Clinic in Sioux Falls offers comprehensive eye exams to assess their patients' eye health, including students and young athletes. At Barnett Vision Clinic, we offer a variety of glasses, contacts, and sunglasses to fit our patients' needs, including brands such as Oakley, Ray-Ban, Nike, Kate Spade, and Nano Vista glasses for kids. Dr. James Barnett is a proud O'Gorman alumni and St. Michael's parishioner. To schedule an appointment, we can be reached at 605-335-7757 or online at barnettvisionclinic.com.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School here as the O'Gorman Knights lead the Harrisburg Tigers 13-10 after the first quarter.
So you're the Tigers, Isaac, the road team here. You have to be feeling pretty good right now, don't you?
Yeah, in a close game on the road against a team that's, ranked second in power points and second in the state with only 2 losses. You got to feel pretty comfortable so far in the first quarter. And one of your highest points per game players has not scored until now as Dieterman gets the lay-in off the window.
Ask and you shall receive.
Landry off the dribble over into the hands of Struck. He'll slow down and set up the offense. A new sub into the game for the Tigers is Jalen Wilson, the sophomore. Cut inside by Struck. Kick out to Costello. Triple from the corner. No good. Rebound Aschheim.
Looked like he just shoved Struck a little bit.
And now Struck hustles back down the floor trying to get to his matchup defensively inside to Phipps. Spin move off the window. Good for 2. Nice finish by Camden Phipps. And the Tigers have their first lead in a few minutes as it's 14-13 right on top of the Knights.
He's got some good post moves. That's the second basket he's scored in the paint.
So Struck off the dribble, cross-court pass to Eng. Standstill triple, good. You give Matt Eng that much room, he's going to make you pay for it. And it's 16-14, Knights on top. Off the dribble is Dieterman. Nice move inside the paint, right-handed finish off the window, good for 2.
If you heard Coach Langrock's pregame interview, he talked about players changing pace offensively. That was a good example. He kind of lulled Rush Landry to sleep that time.
Eng in the corner, off the dribble, step back triple, short, no good. Rebound Landry, easy finish off the window, good for 2. Right place, right time for Rush Landry as it fell directly into his lap underneath the basket. Dieterman over into the hands of Wilson now, off the dribble, guarded by Costello. A tough matchup here for Costello, much more athletic Wilson. Kick to the corner, Aschheim, triple, back of the iron, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Matt Eng, and he'll walk it across the half-court line. Swings it over to Struck, dribbles it to the right wing, back into the hands of Landry. Landry swings it over to Eng and into the hands of Landry again. Struck with it in the corner, looks at a pass inside. Alpers didn't quite have the seal, and now Struck cross-court pass to Landry. Looking inside at Eng, who posts up into the hands of Costello on a nice wraparound pass to David Alpers inside. Good for 2. Costello wraparound pass around the back of the defender, and good for 2. It's 20-16, Knights on top, 5:30 to go in the second quarter.
That might have been Matt's first post-up of the season.
Yeah, and it wasn't necessarily like he had a size advantage either. Into the hands of Dieterman. He'll drive baseline. Tough finish is around the rim and out. No good. Rebound into the hands of Alpers. And now we're starting to see Dieterman take some shots. And you can see why he's a 20-point per game scorer with the ease that he gets to the basket. Eng comes off of a double screen up top to Landry instead now. They're trying to get it to Eng, and Eng's being guarded up there by Aschheim. Into the hands of Alpers. Drive into the paint. Tough finish off the window. Good for 2. David Alpers is just too big for Phipps right now. He's got 12 points in the first half.
You might want to consider doubling him if you're Harrisburg at this point.
It's getting into him, and it is not leaving his hands until the basket is made. Aschheim with it in the corner up top to Wilson. Swings it over to Phipps into the hands of Aschheim. He'll come off of a screen. Step back pop of a tray. No good. Rebound Alpers. And Alpers doing it all right now for the Knights. Struck off the dribble now. Looking to get it to Eng. Has to give it over to Landry instead. Back into the hands of Eng. Thought about the triple. Comes off of a struck screen. Got bumped at the top of the key. Drives inside. Has to flip up something. They're going to call foul on the ground, I believe.
I think Walter is who they're going to call it on, number 5.
Walter getting a little too handsy there off the drive.
Yeah, it was interesting, Isaac. I talked to Coach Langrock. I asked him about Walter and if he's going to play college football, and he said he thought about it, but he's just going to go to college as a student next year. A terrific wide receiver for Harrisburg.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun to watch him play as that one's thrown away by Costello. Tried to squeeze it into the hands of Chad Ambrose off the bounce. Couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, it was a fun offense, wasn't it? With Knuth and Carlson and Gavin Ross was your running back.
A lot of explosion in that Harrisburg Tigers state championship offense. Now into the game is number 4, Braden Van Bakeren. As that shot's blocked from behind by Ambrose. Swats away Walter. And now Landry over to Muirhead. Muirhead off the dribble. Up top, Heckenleibel. Swing it over to Ambrose. Looking inside at Muirhead. Dump off inside. Tried to put up a shot. Got it stripped out of his hands and into the hands of Van Bakeren. Over to Merriman. Back to Van Bakeren. He'll go off the dribble. Quick move inside. Dishes it inside, but Heckenleibel takes the charge. And as Coach Roby says, the defensive dunk there from Trey Heckenleibel switches the possession arrow.
I like that one, Isaac. I haven't heard that one before.
Coach Roby talks a lot about the charge being a defensive dunk, you know, really switching the momentum.
I'm sure he'll show that one to him in film session as well tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. Landry with it off the dribble, looking inside at Alpers. Swings it over to Costello. Back into the hands of Heckenleibel, and a post up from Alpers. Catch it in the paint. Left-handed finish is good. David Alpers is going to work inside. He's got 14 of the 24 for the Knights, and he's been unstoppable so far in the paint. Picked a click looking pretty good there, Mr. Brett Byler. Dieterman off the dribble.
Are you patting yourself on the shoulder
Just
a little bit?
a little bit. I'll wait to the back until the second half as that three-pointer is in. Dieterman let it fly. It went in and out and then laid on the back of the rim and fell. A good-looking shot from Dieterman. Almost didn't get it off the bounce, but then got the shooter's touch, and shooters get the shooter's touch. Inside to Alpers. Finish off the window. Too strong. Tips it back by himself, and it's good for 2. You could just post up David Alpers all night, and he'll give it to you every single time. He's got 16 here with 2:23 left in the second quarter.
He's almost outscored Harrisburg, who only has 19 right now.
Baseline wraparound pass. Walter saved it, and it bounces around off of the Tigers and out of bounds. Langrock expressing his frustration, thought there was a push there.
So Leo Huners is in for the first time for the Knights. Langrock is very unhappy right now.
Huners over to Heckenleibel. Crossing pass inside Alpers. He slipped and fell into the hands of Huners. Jumper no good. Rebound by Muirhead. Tried to force a pass inside Alpers. Couldn't get it. You know, Huners is not a bad shooter. It's just he's been struggling a little bit. What's going on here?
Not really 100%
Bench
sure.
warning, maybe?
I think so, because he kind of pointed over in that direction.
Yeah, so we'll find out what that was all about. Lob up top to Muirhead. Cross pass into the hands of Heckenleibel. Triple no good. Rebound bounces off the face of Alpers. And now a foul called on David, I believe. It's either David or Gavin.
I think it's Gavin.
Yep, it'll be on Muirhead.
This is an important last 2 minutes, Isaac. 7-point game right now. If you're O'Gorman, you like to push that to double figures going to the half.
Up top with it, swinging it over into the hands of Coleman. Back over to Merriman. He'll drive over. He had the first couple points in the game, has been quiet since. Triple, top of the key, good for Dieterman.
Doesn't he have such a quick release, too, on those
Absolutely,
on that shot?
Yeah, it is a quick shot. Ambrose, a quick shot of his own, and he answers with a triple. Nice shot by Chad Ambrose. It's 29-22. Knights on top of the Tigers here with 1:05 left here in the second quarter.
I'm surprised they're not clearing Walter out with Ambrose on him.
Triple, corner, Dieterman, too strong. Rebound, however, inside by Coleman. That shot is good. Connor Coleman off the floater for two. 29-24. Dribble weave, back to Ambrose. Quick fire triple. Strong, no good. It hit the top wire, and that's going to be out of bounds off of the Knights.
There's a 6-second differential between shot and game clock right now, so we have 39 on the game, about 30 on the shot clock for Harrisburg.
Off the dribble is Dieterman over into the hands of Van Bakern. Walter lost it. That should have been a travel.
Yeah, you can't throw it to yourself. Surprising, O'Gorman coaches haven't got angrier than that.
Yeah, Roby's sitting there confused as Walter off the dribble. Drives, spin move, got Alpers off his feet, lays it in for two. 7 seconds on the clock, 3-point game. Ing in transition. Lob up top to Muirhead, saved it into the hands of Alpers, who couldn't get it to follow. Nice job from Muirhead to grab that and throw it into the hands of Alpers, who had to quickly rush the shot and couldn't get it to fall. And the Knights lead the Tigers 29-26 after the end of the first half. Stay tuned for more O'Gorman Knights basketball on our halftime show on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls offers a daily buffet featuring a variety of pizza choices, salad bar, and chicken. Pizza Ranch has a spacious dining room as well as 8 party rooms that fit different group sizes. Their online menu provides another option for their customers to order from. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show. Brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agents for the Sioux Falls area, Jeff Gillen and Phil Carlson.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School as the Knights lead the Tigers 29-26, and the volleyball team down on the floor there putting up their plaque for their state championship. It seems like a little bit late to be doing that in comparison to how we normally do it, but nonetheless, congratulations to those ladies on their state championship back for the fall volleyball season. Now,
back to back, Isaac.
Exactly, back-to-back volleyball championships. So congratulations to those young ladies as they have really built pretty much a great culture of volleyball over the past however many years here at O'Gorman and continued on with back-to-back state titles.
So this is our 8th year covering O'Gorman sports, Isaac. 3 state titles for the volleyball team in that time span. So
and a couple of close. There was a runner-up finish, and then there was like a third-place finish maybe as well. I can't remember for sure, but they're always in the running come the end of the season.
They sure are. And Isaac, what are your thoughts on the first half? We have a 3-point game right now. O'Gorman leading Harrisburg 29-26.
I think that right now, as Aaliyah Hardy is getting an award down on the floor right now at half court. But anyway, the Knights have really controlled the pace of the game. I think that they've controlled the game offensively. However, defensively, they're letting Harrisburg get too many opportunities as Bergen Riley receives her Gatorade Player of the Year nomination.
Again, back-to-back on that one as well for Bergen, who's only a junior, so she got her sophomore year and her junior year.
So anyway, back to the basketball game. It has been a little bit too much of letting Harrisburg kind of do what they want to on the offensive end. I think they need to buckle down a little bit on the defensive season, as now Aaliyah Hardy is about to get her Gatorade Player of the Year nomination for cross country and has received a warm welcome and standing ovation from the Knights faithful here as well. So talk about athletic success at the O'Gorman girls varsity especially.
And both of those girls are going to go to Nebraska at Lincoln. Go Huskers, right, Isaac?
Yeah, the Huskers. We love the Huskers. No, I not necessarily a Husker fan, but I'll have to tune into what they do down there as a pretty cool honor for both of these young ladies.
So back to basketball. So you think Coach Roby's maybe a little bit disappointed with the defense so far?
I think he'd be a little bit disappointed because it's not Harrisburg making tough shots. I think Harrisburg's making a lot of open shots, and they're getting to the basket when they want to. Dieterman had a couple nice takes to the hole. He's had 2 open threes. The contested shots aren't falling. It's the open ones that are falling for the Tigers.
And offensively, Isaac, we have David Alpers with 16 points. Not a lot else, but you don't need a lot else when he's getting such high percentage shots down low.
High percentage shots, and he's making a high percentage of his shots. They're easy shots for him, and he's making almost all of them. I think he's only missed 1 or 2, or he's missed 2 shots. And then if you count that end of the play as well, he's missed 3 shots with that buzzer beater shot. Got a couple give a shout out to a couple of my 8th graders who are waving at me over there. Congratulations on the win today, fellas.
All right, we're going to take a break, Isaac. And coming up after the break will be our Inside O'Gorman segment. We'll recap the girls' game earlier tonight with a 64-35 win over Harrisburg, and that's coming up after the break.
Sell and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
All right, welcome back to Inside O'Gorman. Right as I say that, the band starts playing.
Can't catch a break.
So earlier on tonight, I'll kind of take this one, Isaac. The O'Gorman girls defeated Harrisburg 64-35. The Knights got out to a 17-9 lead at the end of the first quarter. 38-20 at halftime. They had a big run from the end of the first quarter to halftime, and then basically held on in the second half. No problem at all. They had 18 points from Molly Abdouche in the game. Hannah Ronsick got back on track with 14 points for her. Had a good game from Kira Mentley, Bergen Riley. Defense was very solid, forcing a lot of turnovers leading to easy baskets. So the Knights are now 16-2. Number 2 in C points with 2 games remaining at Huron next Tuesday night and against Mitchell here next Friday afternoon. Again, want to do a quick shout out to the gymnastics girls. They won the team title last Friday, and they also had Maeve Botel win 3 individual titles as well. So Skyborg and her girls, congratulations to them. Coming up the rest of the week, things to note will be the Wrestling Region 1A meet at O'Gorman on Saturday. I'll be video streaming that at 10 a.m. And then also next Tuesday, we're at Huron for boys and girls basketball, 6 for the girls, 7:30 for the boys. Inside O'Gorman is brought to you by the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools. Our 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school, exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Our schools strive to have excellence in our accounts and faith, academics, in our community, and the opportunities offered to our students. Visit ognights.org to schedule a tour. Coming up after the break will be the start of the second half. This is O'Gorman Girls Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2021 to the middle of March 2022. Tune into the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Upon graduation from O'Gorman High School, you will receive far more than a diploma. You get the values of a Catholic education, the support and reach of thousands of alum from across the country, the knowledge that you can become who you were meant to be, and our community will be right there by your side. You belong in blue. O'Gorman High School.
All right, welcome back to the Knights halftime show. I'm going to turn my boss, Mark Holcraft's mic up, and he wants to say a few words. Mark.
Brett, there's a great environment here. I love it. Isaac, you're the man.
Thank you.
The play-by-play.
Thank you.
No, I just wanted to say thanks to all the supporters of O'Gorman and supporting Real Presence Radio through the support of O'Gorman Sports. We love being a part of helping out, helping to promote, announce. I know the basketball, football games. Cover a lot of stuff for O'Gorman Sports, and Brett, you're the go-to guy with O'Gorman, so I just want to thank them, thank O'Gorman supporters and Real Presence Radio supporters for being down here. That's it for me.
All right, thank you so much, Mark. Now for the start of the second half, here is Mr. Isaac Struck.
Costello with it in the corner now, looking up top to to Struck, who swings it over to Eng off the dribble. Eng turn around, looking up top to Costello. Triple from Costello, no good. Rebound, however, saved by both Struck and Alpers, ran into each other. And out of bounds. So some score updates from around the state quickly here as we look into girls basketball. Washington picked up a 55-18 win over Mitchell.
And Mitchell was playing really well too, Isaac. That's a little surprising.
And that game was at the Corn Palace as well. So talk about Washington coming in and running the show at the Corn Palace tonight. Sioux Falls Christian on top of Yankton by 20. Pierre is on top of Brookings 52-33 at the end of 3. Watertown Aberdeen Central, barn burner there, started the fourth quarter. 4-point lead for the Arrows over the Golden Eagles. And then Rapid City Christian on top of Spearfish. Alpers with it now on the left block, turn over the left shoulder, tough shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound into the hands of, into the hands of Knutson, but then had it poked away. Then over in boys basketball, Roosevelt Lincoln, a 5-point lead for the Rough Riders entering the fourth quarter. That game at Lincoln. Washington in a barn burner right now with Mitchell. It's 60-56. The Warriors on top with 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Brandon Valley on top of the T-Area Titans, 26-22 late in the third quarter. Talk about a low-scoring game between those two squads. And then Aberdeen Central controlling Watertown right now in Watertown, 29-14 at the half.
Boy, that Lincoln-Roosevelt boys game, Isaac, I'm interested to see how that one ends. Roosevelt has not lost a game this year.
Yeah, and Lincoln, a team that can beat a Roosevelt team like that, where they can kind of match up some athleticism for athleticism and really win the game in the height advantage. Triple from the top of the key, no good. Into the hands of Matt Eng, who dribbles across the half-court line, gets a wolf call screamed from the entire crowd.
That was what they used back in my day. That was a sign, wolf.
Don't think it's changed much ever. Into the corner now. Eng, stamp file, triple is good.
Well, Isaac, back in Dan's days in the Stone Age, I don't know what they used back then.
They used to say dinosaur or something like that.
Love you, Dan.
Quick triple by Dieterman, no good. Rebound into the hands of Struck, who'll walk it across the half-court line.
What did Coach Roby always tell you coming out of the break? Isaac, the first,
First 3 minutes are huge, is what he always says. As Struck, cross-court pass to Ing, triple rattles in and out, no good. Nice pass from Struck to find Ing in that corner where he almost made it fall for a second straight time, as now a corner triple by Aschheim is no good, who then hustles across the baseline, nearly keeping that play alive before he stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
I'm going to do our halftime read real quick, Isaac. Tonight's O'Gorman Knights halftime show is sponsored by the BB Agency, supporting Knights of Columbus Insurance for South Dakota, Southwest Minnesota, and Northeastern Iowa. For life insurance, long-term care insurance, and retirement products, call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689 to connect with a field agent near you. Knights of Columbus Insurance, strong, dependable, faith-based insurance, protecting your family's financial future.
Alpers with it on the block. Spin move off the right window. Good for 2. Alpers continuing to dominate inside. He's got 18 points here with 5:10 left in the third quarter.
Looking like Akeem Olajuwon down there in the post.
If only he had that size as well.
Do you remember him, Isaac, or is he too old
I
for
remember who Akeem is. Up top to Aschheim. I'm not, I may be young, but I'm not uncultured. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, there you go.
Dieterman, quick fire, free throw line jumper is good.
Did he play much last year, Isaac? I don't really remember him much from that.
Maybe came off the bench sparingly, but remember they had Connor Geddes last year as well, basically filling in the role as Eng drills the triple from the corner. It's like Dieterman and Geddes basically traded positions and traded roles. As I remember, Geddes used to put up about good 15 shots a game for the Tigers last year.
So Coach Langrock's going to take a quick 30-second break. Isaac, we're going to take a 30-second break as well. The Knights leading 37-28. This is O'Gorman Boys Basketball on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay, Google, tap to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there, you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Google Assistant devices.
All right, welcome back. If you're enjoying tonight's game, remember Real Presence Radio is 100% donor supported. It's through your generous support of this ministry that we can bring you the O'Gorman athletic events and also our regular everyday local and national programming. Please consider making a secure, tax-deductible gift by going to realpresenceradio.com. Your support ensures that we continue to bring people to Christ and Christ to his people.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School as the Knights have possession of the basketball. Eng with it. The Knights lead 37-28, 4:17 left in the third quarter. Alpers, low block, spin into the paint. Tough finish is good. Holy cow. David Alpers left his feet from the restricted area on the baseline and then finished at the other restricted area on that wraparound. Looking like Julius Irving there.
I was just going to say that, Isaac. Boy, you're going back in the old memory bank with that one.
The joys of YouTube. Dieterman off the dribble, spin move into the paint. Nice try on the right-handed finish. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Then Alpers saves it.
Knudsen was way up there on that one, too.
Eng in transition. Thought about the step back into the hands of Alpers. Drive inside. Had gotten held, it looked like, and then ended up losing the basketball into the hands of Merriman.
I thought he might dunk it for a second there.
Yeah, and then he got his arm pulled. It looked like he was going to fly in there and give it a go, as that one off the legs of Phipps and out of bounds.
So Jesse on YouTube says Roosevelt's up by 10 right now. Thank you, Jesse.
Struck back into the game. He'll check in, as well as Costello and Heckenleibel. So this 5 back on the floor again here as most of the starters are out. Heckenleibel, quick triple, in and out, no good. Rebound into the hands of Knudsen, who's played sparingly tonight with those 2 fouls early in the first half.
And Meerman, Isaac, he got a couple baskets right away, and he hasn't scored since then.
Struck guarding Dieterman, poked away out of bounds. Dieterman with 12. He leads the way for the Tigers, and like you said, other than that, it's just kind of been score by committee for the Tigers so far.
Right.
Lob up top to Knutson. Inside the paint, kicks it out to Aschheim. He's got it in the wing. Couple of jab steps and then buries the triple.
You really see the double jab step shot like that.
Are you going to go with me? Are you going to go with me again? Nope. All right, I'll shoot it. And then knocks down the triple. Struck, nearly had it poked away. Did have it poked away. Now Chad Ambrose. That one no good. Ambrose, a steady three-point shooter, over 50% from the three-point line this season. Misses that one. As Walter with it now into the hands of Knutson. Step back into the hands of Walter, guarded by Ambrose. That's a tough matchup, like I said, for Ambrose, because Walter really has the quick first step.
Walter doesn't shoot it all that often, though. He's kind of more of a facilitator.
Walter off the dribble now. Into the hands of Aschheim. Another quick triple is good. He's buried 2 straight, and the lead's down to 5. Struck had that one stripped away into the hands of Merriman. Lob up top to Aschheim. Swatted away by Gavin Muirhead. Into the hands of Walter.
I think that he got that before it hit the backboard, too.
Man, that was a nice block as the Dan Johnson classic. Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, baby.
Behind the back crossover by Merriman, drive into the paint, around the window and in. And the Tigers a quick 8-0 run.
And this is not how you want to end a quarter either. That 11-point lead in a matter of about a minute and a half is down to 3.
Free throw is good by Merriman. So Eng will bring it across the half-court line. Lead is down to 2. As the starters have returned for the Tigers, except Muirhead will stay in. Dump inside to Alpers, poked away. Foul from behind on Knutson. That'll be his 3rd.
And only the first team foul in the quarter for Harrisburg. Only 1 for O'Gorman, so only 2 fouls called in the 3rd quarter.
Lob up top to Alpers. Trying to keep his footing before he was bullied back by Coleman, and then he bullies Coleman right back and lays it in off the window. Alpers with 22 points.
And that's a new career high for David.
I was just about to say, I don't remember him being in the 20s very often.
Yeah, I don't think he's
last
ever,
year or this year.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been in the 20s.
Drive inside by Merriman, plus the foul. And he'll head to the free throw line again.
So Harrisburg's offense was really not doing well, and now they've had a burst here in the last 2 minutes as Merriman with 11 now.
Knights need a bucket and a stop. And if they could end it with back-to-back buckets here, 2 buckets and a stop, that would be huge. Eng, step back, got it into the hands of Costello. Over to Landry. The Harrisburg crowd into it now. Eng, quick dribble to the baseline. Tough finish was blocked. Into the hands and then stolen away by Muirhead. Quarter triple by Eng is good! Muirhead with the quick hands with the steal. Inside to Coleman, blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Alpers. Man, the O'Gorman crowd got on their feet after that one as they needed a big-time play, and they got it.
Matt, I think, has he hit 3 threes in this quarter here? He now's up to 12.
Yep, had 3 at the half, 3 triples for Eng. As Coleman at the line, that free throw off the rim, no good. Knights have a chance to get the last bucket before the half here. Man, the Gators lost a nail-biter, Brett, by 1.
Who do they play tonight?
Texas A&M, so they've been sliding a little bit. I'll tell you what, though, my Celtics are up 20 on the Sixers.
Is that in Philly?
Yes.
Too? Wow.
Landry over to Eng. 10 seconds on the clock. Muirhead with it. Back to Eng. That's a deep triple from Eng.
Matt Eng!
3 seconds on the clock, 2 on the clock. Walter, half court heave, did not get it off in time. And that'll do it for the quarter. What a finish to that third quarter from Matt Ing. 6 straight on 2 triples. And the Knights lead 47-40 at the end of the third quarter. Stay tuned for O'Gorman Knights basketball here on Real Presence Radio Network.
J&J Caseworks and Closets and More is a proud sponsor of the O'Gorman Knights. Following the same rich, winning tradition, family, and Christian values, J&J Caseworks strives to create a work environment to call home. Family-owned and operated, J&J Caseworks has several full-time positions available. Our team members pursue career goals, learn new skills, and get the recognition they deserve. To set up an appointment, J&J Caseworks can be reached at 605-332-0805 or email jobs@jmjcaseworks.com. Go Knights!
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter from O'Gorman High School. It's the Knights up 47-40, led by Matt Ings, sharp shooting in the third quarter. He had 4 threes. He now has 15 in the game for the Knights. They also have 22 from David Alpers. Jacoby Meerman kind of got going. He has 11 for Harrisburg. Here's a call the fourth quarter. Here's Isaac Struck.
Walter will walk it across the half-court line, guarded by Struck, into the hands of Merriman, who will try to drive baseline, guarded by Alpers pretty closely. Turnaround pass into the hand of Walter, and that's good for 3. It looked like they just kind of lost him there. It might have been Struck that lost him, but it looked like a miscommunication on a switch or something because there was 2 guys guarding 1 into the hands of Landry. Off the dribble is Landry. Looking inside, kicks it over to Struck. Standstill triple from Struck is good. 50-43, Struck knocks down a big triple, and the Knights lead is back up to 7. So back-to-back triples here to open up the fourth quarter. Looking like it'll be a hot quarter for sure. Drive, Merriman, scoop off the window. That was silky smooth, and it's 50-45.
He laid that one high off the glass, too.
Struck over to Landry now. 6:56 left in the fourth. It's 50-45. Dump inside to Alpers. Alpers will back down Knutson. Tough fadeaway from Alpers. No good. Rebound into the hands of Struck. Tried to put it back up quickly and couldn't get it. And then Struck gets called with a foul. That'll only be Struck's first foul, but a team 4th.
So Washington boys won 71-66, and Roosevelt's over Mitchell, and Roosevelt's up by 8 over Lincoln with 1:56 left. So Washington boys with a big win tonight, Isaac.
Absolutely, especially against a tough Mitchell Colonel team.
We'll see them a week from this Friday night.
Off the dribble is Aschheim. Spin move, Merriman in the paint. Had it blocked away by Alpers. Rebound tipped into the hands of Struck, who then slows it down and gives it over to Ing. Ing off the drive now. Spin move. Trapped in the corner into the hands of Landry up top to Struck. They'll use a screen from Costello and a timeout called from Coach Roby. 6:15 on the clock. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Knights on top 50-45 here in the fourth quarter.
So what are you thinking, Coach Roby? Isaac, you've been in some of these huddles now. What do you think he's telling the boys?
I think he's telling them to settle down a little bit. Don't get too up and down with Harrisburg. Harrisburg obviously wants to push the pace right now. I think he's telling them, settle for a good shot. Don't take the hype shot, if you will. Don't take the shot that's going to draw the crowd reaction. Take the smart shot that's going to help you win this ball game.
And if you're O'Gorman, too, I like the matchup a little bit of having Alpers on Meerman right now, especially if he's going to go more into the post. I think that's a better matchup for O'Gorman.
Yeah, Meerman with 8 points here in the second half. He had 5 of the first 7 for the Tigers and then went scoreless, and now has come alive in the late third into the fourth. Landry off the dribble now. Looks like the Tigers have come out in a zone-ish defense.
5, Isaac. Gotta shoot
3
it.
seconds left. Eng's going to have to hoist it here at the end of the shot clock. Fadeaway triple. In and out. Rebound, David Alpers inside. Off the window. Rolls around. No good. Rebound, Landry. Tough shot. No good. But he was fouled and will head to the line for 2.
You know, and that's the one thing Coach Langrock talked to me about this morning, that they've just not been consistent, Isaac, is rebounding. And that's, I think, the one area tonight where we have on the offensive glass, a big advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. When they're able to sky up and grab, it's the athleticism matched with the size for O'Gorman that really allows the rebounding advantage that they see on a nightly basis.
He got some really good sizing for O'Gorman now with Alpers, Muirhead, Landry, and Costello, all 6'5" or taller.
Landry, second free throw, in and out, no good. Tipped into the hands of Alpers, and he'll save the possession. Drive baseline, scoop shot, couldn't get it to fall, and then thrown off the hands of Merriman and out of bounds, and it'll go right back to the Knights. I think Alpers forced it a little bit on that possession. He's had such a hot hand. It's tough to not want to, but that time forced it a little bit.
Heat check time, Isaac.
Yeah. Landry will get ready to use a screen from Muirhead.
Oh, they're doing that back. Oh, they're doing that lob play that time. Trying to.
Into the hands of Landry. Off the dribble now, into the hands of Costello. Swings it over to Muirhead. Dump inside to Alpers. Left hand finish off the window, good for 2. David has 24, already a career high at 22, and he'll continue to build on that with 5:12 left here in the fourth quarter.
Great look by Gavin Muirhead that time, too.
Aschheim over to Merriman. Swings it over into the hands of Dieterman. Dieterman over to Merriman.
Let's see if O'Gorman's defense can dig in here.
Spin move on Muirhead. He swatted it away, but they're going to call a foul, I believe. Yep, they're going to give him 2 free throws.
That wasn't bad defense, but the thing you got to be careful is when you swing like that, referees don't like that swinging motion. So
not at all. Even if it's mostly ball, they're going to call it. Holy cow. Listen to this ESPN update here. The Boston Celtics 101, Philadelphia 58 at the end of the third quarter.
Oh, wow. Joel Embiid play tonight?
Let's see.
Because I know James Harden hasn't played yet.
Yeah, Embiid has 19, so it's just a blowout in Philly.
I'm guessing there'll be a little bit of Boo Birds ringing there in the city of brotherly love tonight.
Yeah, what a great nickname for a city that necessarily doesn't represent that by any means.
They booed Santa Claus. 6-point game now, 2-possession game, 4:44 left.
Ambrose pass inside to Muirhead. He was fouled that it's stripped away from behind, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Don't you get a sense of the student section is just waiting for that dunk by Muirhead?
Yeah, everyone's waiting for it. I'm waiting for it too. I think his older brother Hayden up top in the middle of the court, way up top against the white wall, was on his feet waiting for one as well. Muirhead airballs the free throw and then says, "That's my bad." That one's good.
Have you ever airballed one like that, Isaac?
In varsity basketball, I never airballed a free throw. It is a little bit surprising because you'd think, at one point in your life you might do it, but I was lucky enough to not necessarily embarrass myself like that. Happens to the best of us. Dieterman off the dribble uses a screen from Phipps. Drive into the paint, got a lane to the basket, was fouled hard from Rush Landry.
I think he kind of a sneaky good move that time. Kind of got Rush, had to initiate, without being too obvious about the contact there and getting to the line.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a really good job of using that hesitation move again to get himself into the paint. As Dieterman heads to the free throw line, his first free throw is up and good. Dieterman on the season, let's see here, I got it right in front of me, is a 82% free throw shooter on the year. So Dieterman, a good free throw shooter, knocks down his first.
Yeah, 37 out of 45 coming into the ball game.
It's a good percentage to have with 45 attempts on the season, as that one's in as well. So Landry will walk it across half court. The Knights lead by 5 with 4 minutes to go. Ambrose with it on the right wing. Up top to Alpers. Into the hands of Ing. Looking inside at Muirhead, who catches it on the block. Turnaround off the window, no good. Rebound, Merriman. Aschheim with it. Merriman off the dribble. Back up to Aschheim. Swinging it around the perimeter. Winds up in the hands of Dieterman. Guarded by Landry. Dieterman off the dribble. Walter has it now. He'll drive. Thought about a shot. And then, Alpers is called with a foul. Man, that's a tough foul to call from the top there.
It almost looked like he was all the way around him, too.
Yeah. And the bottom ref didn't say anything or didn't call anything, so it's an interesting angle to call that.
So that's Alpers' second. That's 17 fouls now in O'Gorman, so we're now in the penalty. 3 for Harrisburg.
Free throw on the way from Phipps is good. Leads down to 4.
Phipps has only been to the free throw line 9 times going to the ball games, made 4 of them.
Second free throw, that one off the mark, no good. Rebound, Alpers. He'll hand it off to Ing. Landry with it off the dribble into the hands of Costello. Costello organizing some offense, swings it over into the corner with Ing into the hands of Alpers. Now they're going to call a foul on Phipps. Keeping it consistent there on that call with the reach around. Like Coach Colesgrove just said to my right, you have to call that one if you called the first one. Lob into the hands of Ambrose. Oh, you missed Muirhead inside. Eng, tough shot, no good. Rebound goes to Dieterman. 4-point lead for the Knights, and the Harrisburg Tigers are pushing. Dieterman into the paint, stripped by Costello, and then wisely picks up the ball. Landry off the dribble now. A timeout from Coach Roby. It'll be a full timeout. So we'll take a break. You're listening to O'Gorman Knights basketball. Knights lead 54-50 here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2021 to the middle of March 2022. Tune into the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
All right, welcome back to O'Gorman High School. 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. It's a barn burner. Knights up 54-50 right now, and it feels like all these last 3 games, Isaac. We had the overtime game against Lincoln. We had the 2-point game against Washington. We're just playing all these close games at home.
Yep.
So far, we've won them, but they've all came down to the wire, which. Don't you think that's could be a good thing moving forward?
You know what, Brett? You think just like I do. I was just about to mention how, despite all of these close games, O'Gorman's found a way to win each of them. And they've found a way to, against all odds, they missed 8 free throws in the final, 4 minutes against the Washington Warriors and still found a way to win that game. They had a close game against Lincoln. They found a way to win that one. A pretty close game against Pierre here where Matt Eng was 1 of 12 from the 3-point line and found a way to win that one. So it's a team that perseverance could be a great word to use to describe this team.
You have to build that confidence too when you win those close games like that.
Dump low into the block with Alpers. They double him. Now he spins to the bucket. Easy finish. Good for 2. It's too easy for David Alpers inside tonight. He's got 26 points, all of them from right around the rim. Dieterman, quick triple is good. That's a big-time answer from Dieterman, who picks up his 17th point of the game on that triple. Knights lead by 3. Landry inside to Alpers. Alpers, spin move, he was fouled.
5th team foul on Harrisburg. I like that. They'll go right back to David. Isaac, why not? They haven't stopped him. Yeah.
Exactly. Inbounds to Alpers. Inside to Landry. Nice drive and one! Rush Landry. A big finish off the window, and he'll head to the free throw line for the +1. They used Alpers as a little bit of a decoy there. They toss it in Alpers, they dump it to Landry, and Alpers runs the banana around him, but then Landry just took it baseline strong off the glass, and the +1 free throw is around the rim and in. 6-point lead, 2:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Knights on top, 59-53.
Gotta find Dieterman if you're O'Gorman number 2.
Off the dribble, into the hands of Dieterman. Dieterman up top to Walter. Triple from Merriman, no good. Rebound Gavin Muirhead into the hands of Rush Landry.
Probably not in any hurry right now, are you, Isaac? Up 6?
No, not at all. Landry, between the legs dribble, up top to Costello, into the hands of Muirhead. Dump inside to Alpers, corralled it after a second effort. Spinning move off the window, no good. Rebound Muirhead, who then kicks it out to Landry, and the Knights will call a timeout as Muirhead saved a possession there by grasping it and then getting the dump off for the 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Knights basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Alexa-enabled devices, including Amazon Echo, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To enable the skill, just say, Alexa, enable Real Presence Radio. To listen, say something like, Alexa, open Real Presence Radio. It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, play Sioux Falls, or play AM 970, or play WWEN. From there, you can use commands like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Alexa-enabled devices.
Welcome back to Real Presence Radio Network here.
And I do got a final in that Roosevelt game, Isaac. Roosevelt won 56-51 over Lincoln, so that was a close one as well.
So, update from college basketball. Duke dunks it with 0.4 seconds on the clock. Wake Forest inbounds the basketball, and a full court one-handed chuck goes in and out at the buzzer. Wake Forest almost wins in Cameron Indoor from a 3/4 the court one-handed heave off the back foot falling out of bounds. Muirhead with it inside to Alpers. He's been all but unstoppable tonight as Alpers off the layup couldn't get it to fall. A foul called on Alpers. Uh-oh, that's a loose ball foul. That's actually going to send the Tigers to the free throw line.
And that's the worst thing because you stop the clock, you put them at the free throw line, and
yeah, and that's tough to get called on it there, especially because you're being aggressive trying to get the basket, but you end up getting called for a foul that sends them to the line for a chance to make it, as that one's going to be off the mark. So they get lucky after the foul call there, and now Alpers will have to dribble it across half court. He's fouled, and that'll send Alpers to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
I think Roby was probably thinking, David, get it to a guard. What are you doing? But then they got fouled.
So now Alpers will head to the free throw line. This is his second trip there tonight. He's 0 for 1.
So this will be a 1-1.
Free throw around and in. 27 on the night for David Alpers.
You want some film to send to the state for the All-State nomination, send this game if you're
exactly.
David.
28 points for Alpers. Dribbling around, off the dribble, Dieterman.
Good defense by Rush.
Passing into Aschheim's hands. He'll dribble over, then throws it away out of bounds. And now Coach Langrock is going to call a timeout. Knights lead by 8, 61-53. We'll keep it right here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by the Harrisburg Tigers.
Well, Isaac, I feel like it's that time of the game where it's going to be a free throw shooting fest, so it'll be interesting to see kind of if O'Gorman's going to scheme a certain player open or what they're going to do here, because this is where we've had issues the last two games.
It is, and it's funny that it's been put that way, but free throws are the name of the game that you want to get to the free throw line and be able to convert on easy points. But right now you're not able to, in the last couple of games to convert like you would like to at the free throw line. Well, it's going to be really important to make sure that we can continue on here.
So what do you what kind of play do you think you're for O'Gorman going to draw up if you're Roby here, Isaac?
I think that you're going to run off somebody deep here with Alpers. You're just going to get him out of the way, and then you'll probably run Alpers out deep, honestly, for a Hail Mary over the top pass. Or they'll do it with Ing. Ooh, and Costello kind of missed him. Into the hands of Costello, across to Landry. Landry wants the free throws, had it ripped into the hands of Ambrose. Ambrose over to Costello, baseline to Alpers, two-hand flush for two. Put a statement on it, David Alpers. A 10-point lead and a 30-point night. That three no good. Rebound Ambrose over to Landry, and Harrisburg's probably going to let this one trickle down. They do foul, but what a night for David Alpers. Emphatic slam to cap off a career high and a 30-point performance from the senior big man.
I'm a little surprised the ref didn't call the foul up above there. And
yeah, we were. If a correct foul would have been called, we might have been taken away from that glorious moment.
You'll rewatch that replay on Real Presence Radio's YouTube page, Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. Isaac might tweet it out too.
I'll tweet it out too. I have a tendency to do that.
Mr. Social Media over here.
Mr. Young Man.
Nice make for Landry.
Second one on the way. So, I've been counting quietly. That's 6 for 6 now in the late fourth quarter, which is much better than the 2 for 10 performance. Merriman step back triple. No good. Rebound Eng. And that's going to do it from O'Gorman High School. The O'Gorman Knights win 65-53 over the Harrisburg Tigers at home to cap off another impressive victory here for the O'Gorman Knights. Stay tuned for the post-game locker room show. All of that is next here on the Knights Game Day Knights Locker Room Show on Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. We have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, we can be reached at 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Imagine a place where your child is always welcome, where faith and education go hand in hand, and character is developed through perseverance and service, ensuring a love of learning and a compassion for others. Built on a foundation of Catholic values, where faith is not only talked about, but lived. Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, where you belong.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show. Now, back to the gym.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. The Knights cap off an impressive victory over the Harrisburg Tigers, 65-53. And what was impressive about it was the stellar post play from the big man, David Alpers.
Yeah, Isaac Alpers had a career-high 30 points, and a lot of them, he just did a tremendous job of getting position. They weren't double-teaming him. They left poor Maxwell Knutson on an island with him. David was just too big, too strong. I liked his patience he showed, too. Just got to his spot, and it took his time, and it was consistent. First half, second half, when you needed it at the end of the ball game. Had a little Matt Ing flair in the third quarter with the 4 threes in there, and got 11 from Rush Landry. They made their free throws at the end of the ball game, and Defensively holding Harrisburg to 53 points. That's pretty good, I think, as Harrisburg's a pretty tough offensive team with Dieterman with his ability to score, also with Meerman.
Yeah, and it was a good second half for the Knights. They struggled a little bit holding the Tigers in the first half, and then in the second half they went a pretty good spell there where they were limiting points for the Tigers, on the defensive end. Let Harrisburg trickle back into it there as Harrisburg made a little bit of a big run, but then they put the clamps on to finish out a 12-point victory over a Harrisburg team that's been kind of surging as of late, playing better basketball. And we're currently heading into the game number 4 in the PowerPoints seeding.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So they aren't in the Argus lead or the rankings that come out on Mondays. They're not ranked, but they're number 4 in seed points. But they had wins this year over Washington, Lincoln, and also Mitchell.
Yeah, so you get big wins like that, you get a lot of points. You get 50 points in the seed points, and they've also had a couple of close losses against good teams, which would give you another good amount of points. I think a loss against a team above a 750 winning percentage gives you like 39 power points, which is just about as good as a win over a team under the 250 mark.
Oh gosh.
So it when you play a team that's got a good record and you lose, it still is giving you a good amount of power points. So they've had good games against good record teams, and it really helps them power points wise.
I didn't expect a math lesson tonight about 8:40 at night, but Isaac Struck is here to help me. He's a teacher, so appreciate that, Isaac. But yeah, I haven't seen Harrisburg in person this year. I haven't really had time to watch much of them, Isaac. I'm pretty impressed with this squad. I mean, they lost 4 senior starters from their state tournament team last year, so they really brought back Walter, who played a lot of minutes. Meerman played some last year, so this group is a team, 3-4 weeks. If they can make it to the state tournament, I don't think you'd really want to play this team too badly.
No, not at all. And, this is kind of reminds me of last year's Harrisburg team a little bit, where they had a couple of guys that could beat you from the perimeter, and then they had a couple of decent, dominant post players if the game came to them. Last year, that was Muirhead's senior season, when we were out in Rapid. And
yes.
Muirhead ended up getting hurt in
that
that
game
against
pretty
early and broke his foot. So, you never know. That changed some of the game as well. But, Muirhead, they had Connor Geddes, Blaze Lubers. They had some ball handlers that could score pretty well, and I can see that with Aschheim and Dieterman. So it's a team that's able to score from the perimeter, and then you have a guy like Merriman who can kind of do everything a little bit. And then, Phipps off the bench is a solid sophomore as well. So they're a team that, has some growing to do, but I think come the tournament time, if they play to their capabilities, they could surprise a couple of teams in the tournament.
All right, perfect, Isaac. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We might have Coach Roby making his way up here. We'll see. Take a 60-second break. We'll be back. Continue the Knights Locker Room show here on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Alexa-enabled devices, including Amazon Echo, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To enable the skill, just say, Alexa, enable Real Presence Radio. To listen, say something like, Alexa, open Real Presence Radio. It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, play Sioux Falls, or play AM 970, or play WWEN. From there, you can use commands like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Alexa-enabled devices.
Hi, this is Mark Holcraft.
And this is Dr. Joseph Holcraft. Mark, Jesus asks 307 questions in sacred scripture. He is asked 183, of which he only answers 3. What's the business with all of this questioning going on in the Bible?
Well, Joe, there's a lot there, and we'll be ready to take that on. Tune in to hear about these questions and more on Awaken, every second and fourth Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central, here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Welcome back to Real Presence Radio Network. Now I'm joined by head coach Derek Roby of the O'Gorman Knights. Coach, I thought that you guys played a pretty complete game tonight. You were able to take kind of what the defense was giving you. Obviously, when you get 30 points out of a post player in David Alpers, where most of his points came from high percentage looks, and he was converting them on a high percentage.
You know, and I went into the game and I just told our guys, scouting report wise, I said, they're going to have a tough time matching up with David and with John. We have to get him touches. I said, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean he has to shoot it every time, but he at least has to get a touch. We have to kind of come screening off of that inside play. And we always like to go inside first, but sometimes that's tough to do too because guys get open and they start feeling it a little bit and they want to start pulling it a little bit. So. But David had a heck of a game today.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that I've kind of talked about this with a couple other people that makes this Knights basketball team is so impressive is the perseverance of finding a way to win even when, you know, the cards may seem stacked against you. Obviously, last week we looked at the Washington game where you missed quite a few free throws down the stretch. You were down early against Pierre, and Matt had a really tough game from the perimeter. The Lincoln game was close, but when it comes down to the final buzzer, you guys have found yourselves on top a lot. And it, you know, at the final box score, when you look at it, a lot of different guys step up in a lot of different areas, and just having a team that plays complete basketball has really been beneficial for you guys this year.
Oh, I agree, Isaac. You know, the guys are playing team basketball. They're very unselfish. You know, when Matt is getting, you know, struggling offensively because people are just riding him, and that I don't mean that to sound the way it did. He's going to get that because he's such an explosive shooter, so he's going to get everybody's best defender. Well, when he's struggling, other guys are stepping up and knocking down big shots, and we are getting some great minutes, some great sparks from people. Gavin Muirhead, obviously, as of late, is playing really well.
How about Heck and Live will take him there?
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Coach, on another win as you guys improved to 16-2 on the year. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll see you next Tuesday in Huron.
Okay, thanks much, Isaac.
Head
Thanks,
coach
Brett.
O'Gorman Knights, Derek Roby, joining us on the post-game interview. When we come back, we'll have our Pizza Ranch player of the game, followed by some score updates from around the state here on Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio is available on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay, Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there, you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere on Google Assistant devices.
Early in his time as the new bishop of the Diocese of Sioux Falls, Bishop Donald DeGrood sensed in prayer the vision that the Lord has for the diocese in our time: lifelong Catholic missionary discipleship through God's love. That is, for each and every Catholic in eastern South Dakota to receive God's love, to be in personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and to share that love with others. Find out more at sfcatholic.org/vision and discover the exciting and beautiful part you have to play in God's plan.
All right, now we're welcome back. It's time for always that fun part of the post-game show. It's for player of the game time, and Isaac's kind of grinning right now because we're going to start with the boys. And if you go back in the stream about an hour and a half ago, who did you pick, Isaac, for your pick to click?
Well, I picked this 6'5 senior and number 4 David Alpers, and I think that David sorry, I'm just dusting off my shoulders here a little bit. You know, David had a career high tonight. And it wasn't only a 10-point career high, a 15-point career high. It was a 30-point smacker, a 30-piece nugget from David Alpers tonight, and he controlled the game completely and capped it off with an emphatic two-handed slam, a flex to the crowd. And David was all over the place tonight, offensively, defensively. He was getting on the boards. He played an exceptional game, and that's exactly what the Knights needed tonight. And being able to guard David Alpers is always a tough task for a team. And when David's playing like he is tonight, he's almost impossible to guard.
Well, I love his aggressiveness, Isaac, because sometimes he's almost too unselfish to a fault, where he's always looking to pass. I feel like even in some instances where he can score pretty easily. I love tonight, he kind of had that eye of the tiger, like, they can't stop me. I'm the biggest mismatch out here. I'm going to eat, and I'm going to keep eating unless they do something. And Harrisburg never did. I mean, that was a surprise that not at any point did they try to run another guy somewhere at him because, I mean, for us, I would have took any guy if I was Harrisburg, not Matt Ing's guy, but anyone else and just tried something. But David kept going, and he had a career high of 30 points. We don't get live stats. I'd be curious if he had a double-double because he always is in that 9 to 10 rebound range too. So great prediction, Isaac. David Alpers. And for the girls, I'm going with Molly Abdu. She had a really solid game. 3 3-pointers, 18 points, effective on both defense and offensive end. Played a very controlled game at point guard tonight too. So Molly Abdu is a super sophomore. And This is for you, Dan Johnson. I know you're listening. 2 SDSU commits.
There we go.
Can't believe it.
Love to see.
Hurts me as a USD guy to say that. Painful.
It's a blue state, Brett. It's always been and always will be.
So tonight's O'Gorman Knights player of the game is brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls. Pizza Ranch has a daily buffet and a fun zone for kids to play in. Pizza Ranch can be reached at 271-8646. We'll take our final break. Isaac will give us a final scoreboard update. Final wrap will let you know what's on task for our coverage of O'Gorman next week. This is the Knights Locker Room Show on the Real Presence Radio Network.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2021 to the middle of March 2022. Tune into the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at realpresenceradio.com, on our free mobile app, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls offers a daily buffet featuring a variety of pizza choices, salad bar, and chicken. Pizza Ranch has a spacious dining room as well as 8 party rooms that fit different group sizes. Their online menu provides another option for their customers to order from. Pizza Ranch is located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street and can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
All right, welcome back to O'Gorman High School. There's still a few people left here in the gym as we have some kids running around on center court. Isaac, can you give us a final scoreboard update for tonight?
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Sometimes the app really bugs out on me for a quick second. There we go. So starting with girls AA action, O'Gorman obviously over Harrisburg 64-35. Sioux Falls, Washington over Mitchell 55-18. That one a convincing victory for the Warriors after they beat O'Gorman last Friday night. Sioux Falls Christian on top of Yankton 67-41. Pierre over Brookings 66-48. Aberdeen Central nail biter victory over the Watertown Arrows 57-55.
Ooh.
That one in Aberdeen. Rapid City Christian over Spearfish. And St. Thomas More and Douglas getting ready to tip off in Rapid City right now. Douglas 3-13, hoping to scrape their way into the Sodak 16. Then in AA boys, number 1 Sioux Falls Roosevelt squeaks out a game at Sioux Falls Lincoln 56-51. Sioux Falls Washington over Mitchell 71-66, so a big win for the Washington Warriors. Brandon Valley over T, so a good win for the Brandon Valley Lynx 58-49. And Aberdeen was able to take care of Watertown at the Watertown Civic Arena 62-43. So Aberdeen playing some good basketball as of late. They improved to 10-6 on the season and have won, I believe it's 4 in a row for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. So a good last stretch of games for them so far this last stretch of games this season.
All right, Isaac, and Sub-varsity O'Gorman JV girls won by 6. Their sophomores won by 1. Our JV boys lost by 10. A quick note, I will actually on Saturday right here at O'Gorman High School, it's the Region 1A wrestling meet. And that'll be here starting around 10 a.m. I'll be here all day on Saturday, streaming that on Real Presence Radio YouTube's page. Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls YouTube page. I'll send a link out to that as well. So should be a fun time to see all these teams in their region meet. I think that's kind of like the district Sodak 16, so to speak, for basketball. This is for wrestling, the last meet before the state tournament. So we'll be here on Saturday for that. And then next Tuesday, it will be our next broadcast. We have a week off. Isaac and I can get rested up, and Dan, and we'll be up at the old Huron Arena next Tuesday night, February 22nd. The girls will tip off around 6, and the boys at 7:30. And actually, Isaac, 2 years ago was the first time I've ever been at the Huron Arena. We were way, way up in the crow's nest. A little scary for me to get up there. Was able to do it with all my heavy equipment, and did the game with Dan up there. Fun experience up in Huron.
Yeah, you know, it's a cool environment there at the Huron Arena. It's better when they have a better record than they do right now, but I mean, it's probably still going to be a pretty lively place, especially with the boys-girls doubleheader.
All right, final thoughts tonight, Isaac.
I think if you can get a game like this from David Alpers, you're almost going to be one of the toughest teams to beat in the state, especially when David is able to control the paint on such a high field goal percentage. I mean, I don't know how many shots he actually missed, but he made more than he missed, and he was just hitting the difficult shots. That's what's so impressive about him, is being able to get crafty under the rim. He can leave one side of the floor on the say the right side of the lane and finish on the left side of the lane with ease. And when you're able to play like that and complement him with a big third quarter like Matt Eng had to really increase the lead in that stretch of time, it's tough to beat the O'Gorman Knights. And when they can play solid enough defense on some other of those key players, you can give up 17 points to Dieterman and 15 points to Merriman. As long as you control the other three guys on the floor at the time, 30 points probably isn't going to beat you, and that was the case tonight. They were able to control the role players enough to hang on to a victory.
All right, thanks, Isaac. And before I give my final thoughts, I'm going to take a quick break for station identification.
You're listening to Real Presence Radio, FM 94.5 KGWD Sioux Falls, FM 91.3 KSTJ Hartford, and FM 94.9 K235DE Brookings, your family of faith and hope.
All right, and I echo Isaac's. This was a tremendous boys win for the Knights. This is a third straight home win for O'Gorman. Tight boys victory over three really good teams in Lincoln, Washington, and Harrisburg. Three potential state tournament teams, which we'll find out in a couple of weeks. Now only 2 games left in the schedule. A Huron game, which you should win, even though it's on the road, and then a big game against Mitchell here next Friday. It'll be nice to get a little bit of a break, too, from this busy stretch of basketball for both the boys and the girls. Good win for the girls, bouncing back after their loss to Washington Friday night as well. So I want to thank Isaac Struck. I also want to thank Dan Johnson, all he does for us. This is Brett Byler with Real Presence Radio. Have a great night, everyone, and go Knights.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights basketball has been brought to you in part by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Jardine Construction, Barnett Vision Clinic, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, Sioux Equipment Company, Closets and More and JMJ Caseworks, the BB Agency, Knights of Columbus Insurance, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, and Barnett Lewis Funeral Home.
The preceding O'Gorman Knights activity has been a special presentation of the Real Presence Radio Network.